Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play the music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play the music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Duck off the crib, the spot, the pad. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me if my home draining the sad. Soon as these happy faces land, you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa es tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. It's my house. Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to
One? No. Two? No. Three? That's what we're talking about.
In Pro 4. So we're gonna start off with 1. Nope. 2. Nope. 3. We'll take 3 today.
Three, two, one, and we're live.
And we're live. The clap is just a thing.
The clap.
The clap.
The clap.
The
Is that a
clap.
thing?
Tito Bene.
Yep. The only clap I want.
Not the clap I want, but the clap we want on here.
Only twice.
Only twice. Welcome back, everybody. This is our season finale, unfortunately. But we wanted to be a little bit festive today and a little bit different. And as you can see, we got the palm trees up because it's the off-season show and it's about over. And we got our summertime wear on. Well, Lyle's wearing our Crandon attire, but Tito and I are repping the flowers. So
Yes, sir. Actually, I got flamingos and I got parrots on here. I got the palm trees.
I only see parrots.
I got parrots on here.
But anyways, sitting to my left, my co-host, my dog, the best cartwheeler I know, the most entertaining native I know, Mr. Tito Lupine from Mo Lake.
Coming at you. Damn, this hat does make me look dumb. I look like an overweight Jeepers Creepers.
Especially when it's sideways like that.
Oh, dude, when it's sideways, I look like a gardener, bro.
Yeah, dude, for
I look
sure.
like a middle-aged gardener.
For sure. Or like there's someone off one of the movies that you're like freaking right there too.
Shit.
How does that work? Like the top of it's fucking blown out.
I don't know. How about this?
All right.
This is just as dumb.
You look like an old lady. Look at you, son. You look like an old lady.
Wait till it comes up on there. It's freaking great.
Oh, man, we've got to
In the meantime, sitting across from me, the man, the one who put this all together for us, the one that gives up his time with his son and gives us, these guys, a reason to shoot film, a reason to make videos, does all of our media, the one that makes short course great again and the ideas of Rush and everything else. I'm just blowing you up right now, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeffrey Keeble.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't make me, please follow. Don't make me follow that up.
Nah.
But thank you. You know, I couldn't do it without all you guys out there. So.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I didn't get too festive, and I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
Well, you had a reason.
There's a little
you had a reason.
vomit involved.
But I got the hat.
Yep.
I made sure that cut up, neck above, whatever neck I have, and above, so they see.
I mean, you could go down because C-Pod's acceptable.
Okay.
C-Pod's
I'll
our
go down.
boy.
I'll go down a little bit.
C-Pod's our boy.
There
We
you
can't
go.
ever cut out C-Pod.
There we go.
All right, and as always, the man in the corner, the man behind the DJ board, the man behind the edits, the man behind a lot of things, the one that probably holds this group right here, the man with reason, the one that brings the friendship back together when things get wild, the one that puts the miles down on his feet,
Yep.
and none of the rest of us do, and just drops the best, the most banger edits out there, Mr. Lyle Keeble.
That is very true. I hold these two together. Wouldn't believe it, but
I believe it.
1,000% accurate.
Yes.
I feel like that was all pretty accurate.
that was.
all of it
That
was
was.
all
very
Now
accurate.
introduce CJ.
And to my right, the reigning, defending, 9-time, 2-time, 1-time Pro 4, Pro Stock, and Pro Side-by-Side champion. He won it in Super Buggy. He won it one time in Pro Light at the World Championships, and the multi-time Pro 2 World Champion, Points Champion. We have the craziest, the Joest. We've got CJ Green.
The craziest, the jokes. Hang on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, if you didn't know, it's actually 2-time in Pro Turbo, but one.
Oh, so I got him backwards.
No.
Oh.
It's like
He's like a
5 in
fan.
Pro Stock, but
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Damn. I was thinking of 2023, so that's my
I won
bad.
3 in a Yamaha, 3 or 4 in a Yamaha, and 2 or 3 in a Polaris now,
That's
and I
right.
won one
I was only
turbo
counting
one.
Polaris. I was only counting Polaris.
Okay, that's fair. It's fair. And I won one turbo one in a Yamaha too,
Jeez.
way back, one of the first years. I only ran it 1 year.
Oh, really?
Yep, ran one turbo, won a championship, sold it, never went back went on a hiatus for like 4 years, and then came back when I went Polaris.
So how come you decided to do side-by-side then? Was it just to kind of like break it up, like some of the
Like
and
originally?
yeah, well,
like
I'm not
the
trying
original get into?
To, like I don't want to like break up like or like dismiss the Pro 4 class, but you know, again, like you and your pops are kind of getting it done, man. You guys were the show, and then was this like an opportunity to be like, hey, I can, especially you, right? Because you got Pro 4 champ. Like, what else can he do? And then there's an opportunity. There's another class, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
like did that pique your interest then?
No, it wasn't it wasn't. It was like completely ass backwards of the way it's all supposed to go. We actually called Steve Rounds, one of our friends from Wisconsin. My family grew up with him. Chad Nelson, all the guys knows him. Knows him.
He knows him,
their guy.
Knows him. And we messaged him about getting a set of Yamaha forks for a Husqvarna dirt bike because they came with shitty forks. And Rodney was a Husky dealer, so we were supporting Power Sports 1. We both had Husky dirt bikes, my dad and I. And people were doing a Yamaha fork conversion on them. So we messaged Steve Rounds about it. In the meantime, he's like, hey, what if we get you, like, one of these YXZs? And at this time, it was the first year that they ran, like, a Triple Crown or 4 races of UTVs. The year before, they just did Fall Crandon. And then the next year, they did, like, a Triple Crown or something, or 4 races with UTVs. And they're like, we got a Yamaha. It's like a stick shift. And, like, a couple weekends later, he they at Chicago, they had me do like they somehow had one there.
Yeah.
And they had me do like a little video with a bone stock Yamaha. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I went out there and drove this bone stock Yamaha around. And I think maybe Yamaha sponsored the event or something. And then they gave me a demo YXZ that had, I don't know, 1,000 miles on it or 1,500 miles on it.
Yeah.
And they're like, would you take this and bring it to Crandon and race it for the fall run? I'm like, sure, I guess. It was all my dad. My dad did it all.
Yep.
He's the one that did the deal. He's the one that actually built the car. This was long before I was building anything. And we put it together, went to Crandon, and we swept Crandon in it.
Jeez.
And then following that weekend, I signed a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal right out of the gate with them. 2 years, I think. And then I signed another 2 years with them. And then I think I jumped ship. Something like that. I may have went 6 years. I may have went 6 years with them. I don't even remember. It's been a while.
That's crazy to think about how long ago that was.
Yeah.
When you say 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Crazy.
all, and I'm on my 4th year with Polaris, so it
Yeah.
was all of 8 years ago, at minimum.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Louis, so you were what, 18?
I would have been, 19 or 20
Damn.
when it all started. So that's how it actually started, and honestly, it just kind of snowballed from there because it was the next sport that we thought you could have a manufacturer support. And manufacturer support to me was everything. I mean, you think of any sport that does good and any sport that like truly has a lot of good backing has manufacturer support.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to be involved with a manufacturer like that, to me was awesome. Like regardless of what class, they had no interest in turbo. But
Was that you?
was that you?
Dude. I'm actually kind of proud of you.
No, bro, who was that?
It's you.
That was you.
No, it was not me.
That's for real, guys.
I have cut ass countless times on this couch, and none of you have ever fucking heard it. So that was you.
That was not me.
That was something.
I heard it, bro.
I heard it too. Someone farted.
There was some serious bark.
Yep.
Was it
Don't be
Grayson?
looking at the dog. It was you.
It was not me.
It was you.
man.
When we all looked at you, you were smiling.
Then I looked at you guys because I thought it was Tito. I was like, damn, right in the middle of the
And
show.
you know what? It could be Lyle, and none of us would know.
Yeah.
Because none of us would pick Lyle.
He wouldn't lie.
He
Not
wouldn't
me.
lie.
It wasn't me.
It was Jeffrey.
Shaggy.
Did the chat hear that? Because we heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it. We heard it.
Yeah, check tape.
look at on the thing that Lyle looking over the edge like, what was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, so that's how it all started, and then it all just snowballed from there. I mean, we've had, honestly, the only reason Yamaha treated me really well, the only reason we ever went a different route is strictly because they were really hard to go anywhere with. I mean, they're a Japanese company. We met with the Japs a handful of times. They came out and met with us, and we didn't know how to translate. Like, they had a translator, but he didn't know how to translate like the parts we were using into something that they could understand. So it went absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And after years and years and years of running the same car, it was finally like, all right, it's time to go somewhere else and try something else. And Polaris reached out to us, and Polaris actually waited for us. Drew Hessel, Mayhem. He was on the show. He was on the show. He's the one we said, watch the wall, watch the wife. It's Mayhem time.
I watched him.
Did he get mad?
Oh,
He mayhemmed?
Twice.
He mayhemmed at the Woodkey?
Twice.
At wide open Woodkey?
I want to give him a hug. Twice.
No way.
Just
That's
crashed out, huh?
That's how bad I felt.
Damn.
That's how bad I
That's pretty standard,
I
you
know, dude. I was just like, man, this guy needs a hug right now. But the look in his eyes, I was like, I'm
You're
gonna
like,
stay away.
I gotta stay away.
He looked at you and said, "Let's get it on."
Yeah.
Let's get it on.
He did too.
Did he?
Yeah, he was he very handsy.
Very predator.
Did you like it?
Very like
I'm not complaining.
Did you like it?
I'm
he's
not
like,
complaining. I'm just letting everyone know.
So he's like, you don't have a choice, kind of thing. Or is it, hey,
Tito,
Ah.
I got a direct message strictly asking for a final podcast to have a second date update.
What do you mean a second date update?
Well, we heard about skiing.
Yep.
He asked if you ever went horseback riding, and it was that the couch or was that you?
Everybody's ripping ass.
Yeah, everybody's ripping ass.
He can't see.
I can't see, man.
He needs to be doubled up. They wanted a second date update. So, I mean, where are we at?
No, dude, radio silence, man. Radio silence is one of those.
You
where
creeped
just,
again?
No. So after the skiing thing, right?
Yeah.
Nothing came of it. Because it was just one of those where it's just like it's a throw it out there, see what happens, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So
So
unfortunately,
since then,
yeah, very anticlimactic.
So do we need to get that radio show on the phone? Like call into that radio show that does the second date updates on,
you see those?
on TikTok, dude, all the time.
Those piss me off.
Those are
too.
so funny.
No, they piss me off because
Why?
you spend 2 minutes of your life.
Yeah, and then
Listen,
it
and then
goes to
just-
it cuts out.
Once
then
it
it
gets
goes to part
good,
two.
and then I spend another 10 minutes trying to find
part two.
Yeah.
100%.
That's how you get the views,
100%.
man.
Oh man, so
That's how you get the
pissed.
views, bro.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about
Drew
it.
Hessel said we call that a blackout moment. I don't remember it at all, really.
Oh, he remembers. He remembers.
Drew does black out. He just like gets so mad he blacks out and doesn't remember it, and then comes back.
And then like at the end of the night, he was like, "Hey, buddy, you hungry?" And I'm like, "Kinda." He's like, "I have a whole bag of, I have a whole back of my truck full of chips if you want."
That's how he would do it.
And I'm like, "Damn!" I'm like, "Damn, are you trying to lure me in?"
K-Bay Radio, where they do that. All right, he's got connections. I can get the phone number. We can get her name. We can get the fucking phone number. We gotta do it.
Yes.
I think it's on our
Yes.
to-do list.
I feel like that's ill-advised.
Why is it ill-advised?
Yeah, tell us. Please tell us. Talking about
We all know why.
Jewel
He goes, we all
and
know
Brookerdo. It is the Jewel. Yeah,
Jubal.
Jubal. Yeah, it is.
Since you guys have watched it on TikTok, I will admit sometimes his tactics are very not like hospitality friendly, where he will kind of like be condescending and make fun of the caller, and I'm like, damn, this guy's kind of a prick. And it's not like the.
But wait,
the
make fun
results
of
we get.
which one?
So if he was like, oh, if somebody's like, oh, hey, like, she's a red flag because she doesn't eat meat, and he's like, oh, yep. He's like, there it is. There's the big thing, busting that, blah blah. And he's just condescending about it. I'm like, man, people can have their preferences. Like, it's okay. Sorry.
Getting all sensitive
know,
on us.
right?
Come on. Getting all sensitive on us.
Oh, man.
I don't know what to think about it. Your sensitivity.
Well, not the sensitivity, but
well, remember,
what was it?
I mean, it's for entertainment purposes, bro.
But for me now, was it worth?
now.
Was it worth
Me now.
skiing
yes.
and learning how to ski and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because I'm be honest.
I'll still go horseback riding.
Because I'll be honest, I do
Let's
actually,
be
I
honest.
do actually love skiing now. Like I'm actually kind of bummed.
Do we need to
learned
move Lyle
skiing
over?
as late as I did?
I mean,
you love
Lyle
skiing,
can
I'll
sit
scoot
there.
over by you.
Yeah, we can go ski.
Oh, that kind of skiing. But hey,
I'll go over there.
You know, they say the first time I didn't even need those poles. So
Well, now that you're your third time, maybe them poles will work.
Maybe we'll get used to the polls.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn.
oh.
No, we all
So
know,
no-
we
so-
all know why we can't do a second date update.
why?
No, I think we need to.
Because I mean, first of all, it was
I mean,
a
we can
stupid idea to begin with.
We could probably do it right on here. We could probably call her just like on here, like, hey.
Oh yeah, we could actually.
This is Crazy Joe, and you're listening to the podcast,
Just
the
like,
Offseason podcast,
what'd you think?
and we need a second date update on
Here's the thing,
Tito
though,
going skiing.
Remember, she has a
Chummy,
boyfriend.
Chummy's commenting on there
I
and
know.
texting me
What'd
at
he
the same
say?
time.
Did he? Yeah.
Okay, continue on.
So she's got a boyfriend. So that's just it. There's no reason for any sort of update. So
Yeah, but like maybe you were the divider
yeah, I've only done that one time.
one time
So
for the birthday boy.
Are you?
Tito,
So
this
is
is said
it? Is
with
it done?
love.
Is it
but
done?
you're throwing
I don't know.
Alan from Hangover 5.
Like I said, I've only done it. I've only done
me
it
look
one
at it.
time, and that was when I went to Idaho. Remember?
Idaho.
No, not that. But
I meant the divider part.
yeah, but you think the situation is done?
Like, you think horseback riding's out of the question?
Okay, would you go horseback riding?
Yeah, I just literally 2 minutes ago said, and Lyle said that we would go horseback riding with you.
I mean,
No, without the girl, without like just the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go with the girl anyways.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
the
we're
girl
like,
ain't invited.
like
Like,
we,
I'm
we,
here to tell
we
you,
went skiing
not
because
invited.
of a girl. Now,
Yeah.
are we going horseback riding because of a girl, or are we just going with the boys?
I mean, honestly, if you guys just want to go, just to
If
go,
it was just with the boys, the guy might think we're gay, but it's all right.
It's all
That's
right.
fine.
Okay,
It's all right.
Hey,
I'll do
that's
it.
fine.
I'll do
Hey,
it.
All right.
I'll tell you a story and a half about people thinking you're gay.
Oh, dude, I got a story about that too.
Okay, well, you can follow me up. So,
Here we go. Story time.
story time.
I
Wait,
love
about
it.
thinking I'm gay or thinking you're gay?
I don't know. What?
I also, same thing.
Oh, the
Someone
dog's,
said-
the dog's chewing on that rope. That's what that noise is.
There you go.
I keep hearing it, and I'm like, dude, somebody cutting it.
And you guys were like, "Oh, don't blame the dog." Fuck you.
It was you.
It was you.
It was you.
It was not me.
Okay, so anyway, Kyle Sharkey, my brother-in-law, and myself, a couple weeks ago, went to the dinosaurs in the Resh,
Yep.
right? And we're walking through, and he's pushing the fucking stroller. And I'm walking with Jackson, and Jackson's being Jackson and running all over the place. And then a little bit later, Jackson wants to go in like the bounce houses and whatever. And I'm like standing there like looking around, and I'm like, bro, there ain't no other people sitting there like two dudes. Like no, there ain't no two dads that were like, yo, hey, my wife's making me go to the freaking dinosaur thing with the kids. You want to take your kids and go? No, there was none of them.
All chicks.
Well, it was all like dudes and chicks or
Okay.
chicks and chicks and whatever.
Yep.
But so I was like, man. So we're standing in line for the fucking bounce house thing, and I'm standing there, and I looked around, and that's like when I noticed it all happening, and I'm like, I looked at Sharky and Jackson standing in front of me, and he's holding Wes, and I'm like, do you think this is what people think a gay couple looks like? like right in front of everybody. That's what I asked him. And he like kind of like looked around, and he's like, probably. And then he's like, well, neither one of us really kind of give off the feminine vibe, so I think they would probably think we're just like two dads hanging out. So that's what we went with. But I for surely was like, there's probably somebody here that was like, do you think those people are gay?
Yeah.
Not that either one of us. I came from work, so I was dirty and in work clothes. But
Yeah.
Oh, so you're definitely the man.
Yeah, you're like the provider.
I don't know.
Your hands look like that, so his can look like that.
I guess. So
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that was the first time ever that I thought maybe I could have been judged as a gay couple.
Damn.
You're up.
So what about yours now?
His kind of went a different direction. Unlike what I thought about, like, oh, when people think you're gay. I had it where I worked at a hotel, late shift. So I made the mistake of whenever I was at Tyler's house, Ty Seckle's house. And I'd go on his Facebook. This is back in the day when it was just Facebook was up. And I would just type shit
What
like,
about MySpace? Are you sure you weren't on his MySpace?
I ain't that old.
Damn.
Sorry. So I'd go on his Facebook and I was like, donating all my hair to Locks of Love and this and that, blah blah. People would be like, oh my God, like you're doing the right thing, like you're such a great, humanitarian. And then he would have to lie and be like, oh, I got hacked by my friend Tito. And people are like, oh, so you're not donating your hair?
Did he have any hair?
Oh, barely. So I don't know why people believed it. So I logged in to my Facebook at his house one time, and I forgot to log out. Oh. So I usually took a nap before my night shift. So I'd go to bed at like 6 p.m. and then wake up at 10, shower, and then go in for the night shift at the hotel. So I go to bed. And I got to bed kind of early that night. It was like 5:30. And I wake up at 10, and, dude, my phone is lit up with messages, man. Like lit up. I'm like, holy man. I'm like, I wonder what happened. Like, I hope nothing bad happened. And dude, I got like text messages saying like it's okay, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I look and I open up my Facebook, dude. I got a bunch of notifications, likes, comments, and stuff like that. So I click on one of them, and I had a Facebook status that said, hey, I've been harboring these feelings for a while, but I think it's time for me to come out as gay. And I was like, what the fuck? And dude, so many people were so supportive. But even
They all
worse,
believed it.
but even worse, there were people that were like, hey man, I always knew. And what? They're like, it's okay. I always kind of like thought about it. Like I never thought less of you. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? And then like once I started cycling through a lot of the messages, Tyler messaged me. He's like, hey man, I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was actually gonna get like that, dude. And I got upstairs, dude, and my mom's like, are you gay? And I'm like,
Are you gay?
Did you say, yeah, Mom, sorry?
yeah. I was like, no. I'm like, you've seen me have girlfriends. She's like, yeah.
She also thought you were gay.
Dude. So I was like, all right. So that was the moment that I was like, man, that's sad,
Damn.
man. So
I
many
mean,
people.
but you are the sister and your sister is the brother as siblings.
I will admit, I do.
Oh,
Fuck it. I do harbor some traits that are a little,
Feminist.
especially with your hairdo right now after you took that hat off.
Does it look bad?
It's bad.
No,
Hold
leave
on.
it, leave it, leave it.
If I had to guess, if you were gay, it would be, or a moment would be when you start dancing.
Or yeah, when you start drinking, you have the drink like you're like,
Oh, and I'm like, I don't like
yeah,
texting. I don't like
yeah,
texting.
yeah.
No, it's, you
And
dance
then-
like a slutty white girl sometimes.
I do, man.
I'm probably right there with you.
I got the fucking moves, man. I'm like,
I was like, I could see him.
got to throw it back.
Well,
pop
somebody
that.
just threw you under the bus and said I thought he was going to tell the story about him skinny dipping. The skinny dipping story.
Oh shit, man! Is that fucking Nick sick?
I mean, who cares who it
Box,
was?
okay?
All right.
They brought it up. You got to tell the story.
All right. Well, if this isn't Nick sick, he's gonna be upset about what I'm about to say. So my
You
buddy's
should
going.
see him dance in a cage. Actually, probably have.
Oh, fuck you, Jazz. God damn it,
You
man.
did that too?
All this is coming out right now, man. Yes, I danced in a cage
At
one time.
XS?
No, yes.
Yes.
Dude, it was called Lacage back in the day.
That wasn't excess?
Well, so in Milwaukee, right?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Excess
no.
is in Green Bay and it's got cages.
Nope, in Milwaukee, they had this big cage up in the middle, so you'd have to like climb the flight of stairs, and it was like a cage. And I remember like me and Jazz went in there because we went in there one time just to see. And we got so many free drinks, so I was like, "Hey, man, we should start here. Like, get a good buzz going, bro. Like, we ain't got to spend no money." So we rolled in.
Now you
and-
sound like a white girl.
Dude, we rolled in 1,000%, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use my, my body because some dudes like bears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, they
Well,
do.
Why not say women?
Because I went to a gay club.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, maybe start with that next time.
Oh, it was a gay club.
I thought maybe it was just a club with a cage. Okay, all
Lacage
right.
is a gay club.
All right.
And I rolled up, dude. Like I said, we got free drinks all the time, man. While we were in there, like I went to the bathroom, some guy, and it's crazy too. Once you're getting around the environment, I get what they mean about talking like your environment. So when you're around like black people, you're like, "Hey, man, you know what I'm saying?" Like, right? Or
No, I don't know. Actually,
when you're around gay people, I was peeing. Some guy came in. He's like, oh my God, I like your legs. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what?
What am I doing?
So, dude, I remember I got up on that cage. Like, I think I was a little more inebriated than I should have been.
What do you mean? You said you were going to start there for free drinks. How are you inebriated already?
I got shots. I got free shots, man. It was just tequila.
You're a big
So
guy.
we stayed
It ain't
there
like
a
you
li- we
got
stayed
fucking
there a
drunk off
little-
2 shots.
We stayed there a little longer than we should have, I'll admit, because I was having a lot of fun.
Okay. All right.
And I was up on that, dude. I was like, I'm gonna go up in the cage, and Jazz is like, you won't. So get up in the cage, dude. I'm up there, man, dude. I'm living my best life, right? I'm up on the cage, dude. I'm getting
Pink Pony Club
dude,
starts.
Pink Pony Club kind of thing. And I remember, like, I turned around and I was gonna leave, and there was a guy up there, and he's kind of very like, you know, you can dance.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, man, yeah, get it. And he like stepped to the side and bam, he put his leg across, and I was like, fuck.
like he guarded the door?
Yeah, man. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm trapped up here. I'm gonna have to brawl. Like, this is gonna be bad. And I
That's
remember,
fair. That's fair on the pregame. It's fair.
and I remember I was like, am I gonna have to like limbo this guy's leg? And I was like, oh yeah, dude. I was like, that's cool. And he's like, are you gay? And I was like, no. And he's like, oh. And then he put his leg down. I was like, all right. I was like, get out of here. But
Damn.
so that was the
Cage story. So
Yep.
we only got one left.
Oh, the skinny dipping. My buddy was getting divorced. And
Wait,
we're
was
like,
he gay?
no.
Oh, all right. Just
So
checking.
he was getting divorced, and he needed to get back out there. So we went out. We went to the clubs. This is when I lived in Minnesota. Lived in Minneapolis, and we were doing a. This is like the one play that I run with my buddy. So the play is that you fake an argument, and it's about French fries. Like, how do you put ketchup, or how do you eat your French fries with ketchup? Do you put ketchup on the French fries, or do you dip the fries? So I say, I put ketchup on the French fries, and people are like, no, like you dip. So you always give to the buddy you're trying to wingman for. So we started this fake argument at the bar, and then we would turn to girls, and we'd just say, hey, well, what do you think? Like, do you put ketchup on the fries or you dip? And they're like, you always dip, you always dip. So then I look like the asshole when I'm like, no, you put ketchup on the fucking fries. So then he talks, because he was a good-looking guy, he talked to the one girl. And her friend was a fucking goblin, bro. Like, dude, she was a sled dog. And I'm like, man, this is
What does this mean?
dude, this is
What does this mean?
a big bag, bro. Jeffrey.
He goes big bad. Jeffrey. He was Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, we need support.
He's like,
We
Jeffrey.
need support on what this means.
I wish that like grenade was enough to say, but this was a fucking
like C4.
oh, bro, this was a
There's like a Simtex, and then there's like a C4.
oh, this was a missile. It was bigger than a grenade, man. This is a missile. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take one for the team. So, and the other girl,
Jeez.
the other girl,
Conferences.
so she, dude, the one girl was really cute, but her friend was not, man. And so we're talking, and my buddy like kind of lets like a skinny dip in swimming kind of thing go, and the girl's like, "Oh yeah, we'll do it," and I'm like, "Oh, like okay." I'm like, "Hey, well, let's go skinny dipping then," and they're like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." Like, "All right, well, I'm gonna get us an Uber. Like, let's boogie out." And they're like, "Okay." So I order the Uber, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go flag it down. You guys like close out, whatever." Get outside, I get in the Uber, and all of a sudden I see my buddy walking around the corner, leaving the bar by himself. And I'm like, oh, bro. I'm like, did he fumble this shit? So he comes out. I'm like, what happened, man? Where are the girls? And he goes, oh, they're going to meet us there. I was like, oh, all right, cool. I'm like, perfect. So we go to his house, dude, get towels, and his house is right near a lake. So we drive to the lake.
At least it's summer,
And
right?
it's, dude, yeah, it's summer. It's August, and it's like 2 a.m. So we get out there, and I'm like, all right, man, dude, it's dark, man, like new moon dark. And, dude, strip down, right, get in the water. We're in the water, and it's nice, dude. It's like calm. Water's warm. It's phenomenal. It is a vibe for sure. And we get out to where like the buoys are, and all of a sudden we see headlights. And I'm like, oh shit, man, the cops are here. So he like
Wait, the girls met you there? Are the girls there at this point?
no, it's just me and him.
Do you have clothes on?
No.
You didn't even like. I think I would have waited until they got there before I
Why?
participated.
What are we there for? We're there to skinny dip, right?
With girls.
girls.
With girls.
Not with
Yeah,
your
but-
buddy.
yeah, but-
Not with your buddy.
Yeah, but you gotta get started.
No, you don't.
No.
Someone's gotta get the party started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when the party gets there.
Yeah.
The party isn't there
The
yet.
party isn't there.
Okay. Well, lights like show up, right? And we're like, oh, dude, it's the cops. So he boogies out, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, so I hide behind a buoy.
You are the buoy, bro.
And this buoy's maybe about this big. Right? It's about this big. And I got my head behind it, and I got my eyes over the top of it. And I'm just hanging out because there's a rope, and the light is there. And I'm like, man,
Do they have like headlights or they have like a hand light and they're like looking
I
around?
don't know. I was pretty inebriated.
Okay.
I probably
all
shouldn't
right.
have. I probably shouldn't have been swimming, but I know that there were lights there, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get fucking caught, dude. I'm drunk and butt naked in a lake. Like, this is
with your friend.
with my friend. Like,
I mean, that's all legal
this is it though?
in a lake for sure.
Can you swim naked that late at a beach?
I mean, I guess it depends if it's a public beach or if it's just.
It's a public beach, but it's got hours though, right? Where the beach closes.
Oh,
Does it?
So is that?
I mean, I guess.
So-
Anyways, continue on.
So anyways, like the lights are there. I'm like, man, they're gonna see my head. So I'm thinking like I gotta Mission Impossible this thing because there's a bigger buoy, right, not far away. So I hold my breath and I go along the rope, like they can't see me.
Your toes and stuff are probably out too.
Yeah, like this, and like and also I forgot. I don't know why, but I think I just wanted to see. I happen to have a GoPro with me, and I hit play, and I set it up on the
Buoy
no,
on the beach.
lifeguard
Shower.
lifeguard chair.
sicko.
I just wanted to see.
You sicko.
I just wanted to
You
see.
fucking sicko.
Like a time lapse.
No, you didn't. You fucking
A
sicko.
time lapse.
Fucking sicko.
You couldn't see anything anyways.
God
It
damn
was dark.
Sicko,
They didn't
man.
show
It
us
was
either
dark.
way.
It was dark.
I didn't even go ahead. Keep going.
So
Keep
when,
going.
so when we watched it back, dude, it was like completely obvious
pervert.
somebody was out there. As I'm like going across the rope, you see the
So
buoy.
is it actually the cops?
I don't know. They ended up leaving once I got to the big buoy. The lights left. Then I'm like, man, all right.
I'm out of breath.
I'm like, we're gonna have to get out of here. So I start like wading my way back into the beach, and I'm walking, and I hear something off to my right, and I'm like, Steven, hey. And he's like, hey. I'm like, dude, was that the cops? He goes, I don't know. We should get out of here. I was like, yeah, I agree. So we start walking, and the water, obviously was up here. It starts getting down, and it's probably just below knee height. And we're walking in. I kind of start
Girls show up.
and I start giggling. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, can you imagine? I was like, cops show up, and you got two naked guys at the beach, and he goes, wait, you're naked? I go, wait, you're not? He goes, no. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, so you let me get naked by myself? He goes, why'd you get naked? I'm like, what are we here for? And he goes, you didn't wait for the girls? I'm like, no,
See,
man. I'm
we
like,
were all on the same page. You were the only one on that page.
I'm like, get me out of here, man. So, dude, we get up there, and I grab the fucking
Your clothes,
towels
hopefully.
and clothes and everything, and dude, we jam
Did you
ass
leave
out of
your?
there.
Did you bring your GoPro?
Yeah, I brought it back.
The GoPro thing. I didn't know you brought a GoPro.
I brought a
I've heard
GoPro.
this story
I wanted
couple
to. I just
times.
wanted to see what it was like.
no, you fucking liar.
It did. I don't know why I did it because, like I said, it was like new moon dark anyway. You couldn't hear anything. The audio was fucking hilarious though, because you can actually hear me being like, oh, two naked guys at the beach. He's like, wait, you're naked? I was like, wait, you're not? I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, get me out of here. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, bye.
so-
I think I would have left you there. I think I would have grabbed followed by, wait, you're naked? Would have been my ass running to the beach and taking
And
your
dude,
shit and fucking running away.
You think that those girls saying we're gonna drive ourselves there was a big old hint? too.
I don't know.
Wait, we got more strip club story.
I don't know. God damn it, man.
Your
Fucking
strip club
Jazz,
story.
bro. This is there's 4 of us here.
There's 4 of us. Yeah, but
Hey, you created this.
Yeah, you
this
created
image
this.
for yourself, though.
I say this all the time.
This is Tito time.
It could be all 4 of us here, but all this crazy shit would only happen to you anyways.
Where were we at that happened?
Where we're
Everywhere.
yeah, everywhere.
We leave for like a second or something, then you come back. Bro, you'll never guess what just happened.
Because what did we do? Were we working or where were we? We hung out like every second of the day.
It was probably
Here.
when the Linas thing, you caused the pile up. I said we did everything together that weekend. The only difference was that you were a spotter. That's the only time I didn't see you all weekend.
Yeah, and then
You caused that shit.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
All right, Tito. Well, while you're all fired up, let's ask you the question. Mid-America, it's back open again. What do you think?
Oh man, what a fucking joke.
What's it called
What
now?
an absolute joke.
Mid-America Outdoors.
Fuck.
thought it
No,
was called
it's
something else.
like something campground or
I'll look it up.
No, they're
You guys-
racing.
no. Someone bought Mid America and renamed it.
Yeah, but they're racing. People from Texas just posted on Mid-America Outdoors,
It's not called Mid America Outdoors anymore. It's something else.
the Facebook,
like
the Instagram page.
It's like American Outdoors something.
Yeah.
It's not like AOE either. It's pretty close.
No. AOE was something different. MAO was just the facility. AOE or whatever was the series.
It's not MAO anymore.
No, what I'm saying is like it's American Outdoor something.
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like,
It's called
close.
America's Outdoor Adventure Park.
Yeah.
That's
There
what
you
it's
go.
called.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
and
what it's called now.
From what I heard, it was some people from Texas that bought it,
Yep.
and they're going to hold races again.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And they're open for memberships. So if you didn't lose your money when you bought your first membership, you got a second chance. Buy another membership, and you can lose your money there.
Coming at
No,
you.
I lied. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
New ownership, better people. It's gonna be good. Buy your membership
Allegedly.
at
American Outdoor Adventure Park.
Yep.
that whatever they said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
But
Wait,
no.
my outlook on it is I'm glad that somebody opened it. It's sweet that it would make like a sweet camp facility, right? Like
Yeah.
a camp / small off-road park. I've ridden majority of it probably on a pit bike before, so there isn't a ton of trails and stuff. But for people to go like camping, go ride around, hang out, have a place for their kids to go play in the water park, whatever. Sweet, great idea. The downfall to it is I don't know that somebody without the money that they were spending will be able to keep the track in good shape. I don't know that it was the same guys running the Outlaw Series in Texas. I'm not sure on that at all. But I do know that somebody from Texas bought it. But anyways, to keep the track in good shape, they spent so much money. They had so much equipment. They did a lot of different things. So I think it's going to be real difficult for where it is. I mean, we've all seen it, right? Every time it rains, it washes away all the dirt, everything that they had to bring in. If they were able to maybe build the track up on top of that hill.
I was gonna say different track placement.
Yeah, different track placement up by like the pit bike track or
Yes.
something. Maybe
Where
they
it's
got
not in a valley.
they got a better chance at keeping a track that holds like good dirt and everything like that.
Yeah.
Supposedly they have better dirt up there. I don't know. I've never sifted it myself, but hopefully it works. Like I
Yeah.
said, it sounds like it's more of an adventure park. I don't really know who's running it or anything like that, or who's holding the races there, or even really what condition the track's in. I mean, it hasn't been touched in a while, and I'm sure they've had plenty of bad weather in the midst of it all, right? So we all saw what happens when it gets rain and a lot of the dirt washes away. So I think if they did open up the track and they let them move it, or I don't know, they'd have to do something different to make it like reasonable, right?
Yeah.
To make it reasonable to run it, it would have to be
Well,
in a different location.
My
But let's
question,
just-
my
yeah.
question is then if let's just obviously everything's hypothetical at this point, but what if
Put your hands up.
they what if they decided? What if Champ decided to go back there again?
I mean, I had a blast in my Pro 4. in my UTVs, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, even though it wasn't like a huge track, I thought it was one of the more fun tracks we've raced in Pro 4, which,
Because you could open her up.
no, it wasn't that. You couldn't open it up.
There's a lot of turn and jumps.
Yeah, there's a lot of turn and jumps, but as a lot of people know, I like technical, small, well, not necessarily small, but technical tracks that,
Gets the job done.
yep, gets the job done. That create character, right? That get rough, that you got to pick better lines, you got to do this, you got to do that. That's kind of like my forte. I enjoy that. And that big triple was freaking sweet, and just the running up the hill and down the hill and everywhere else. And for a small track, it actually provided fairly well passing, honestly. So I enjoyed it. I just don't know that it would be feasible without a ton of money to keep the track in the condition that they kept it in, right? I mean,
No, I even thought about that for the track. It's like, okay,
what is that?
do you bring in different dirt for it, or do you try to get it to drain differently?
I think what happened with us being there was that we just got a
That
shitty
ain't
ass
a dog
track.
toy. I don't know what that is.
It's out of the dog toy, but
Oh, it's out of
we
it.
just got a shitty ass track. I mean, we got dumped on with like 5 inches of rain.
There's a lot of rain.
You know, I blew my back out. And, you know, oh
Yeah, but without it, we wouldn't be zero fun.
Yes.
yes. But in the retrospective stuff, you guys just got a shitty ass weekend. You know.
Yeah, but I don't think the racing was bad from it. I mean, we got to race, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And I guess where the big downfall was the promises that they had.
I don't think anyone had a problem with MAO, the facility and the track. They had a problem with
The promise.
the Jason Robinette side of
Yes.
we're gonna take this and we're gonna build something out of it, and the big meeting they had and all the people they brought in, and like this is gonna be the greatest thing ever, and then just to dip and walk away and cancel it all. Yeah, I mean, you freaking didn't do nothing for the series or the sport but hurt it. So
Yeah.
MAO itself, dude, I think anybody, we were actually talking about it in my group chat, just Chum, Jared, Kyle, we were all talking about going like, dude, we'd go back in a heartbeat. We'd go back for the good times in a heartbeat.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, great facility.
For the new owners, I think the only way to feasibly do it is to move it out of that valley, right? Like when I was at the very first race they ever had there, and they used to use, that was a river through the whole bottom, right?
Yeah.
It was like a
I believe
full-on
it.
river, and then they had like a spillway with a dam and all that stuff. So it just was going to be hard to feasibly keep it where you're spending money at a normal rate to try to keep dirt on the track, right? If you
Yep.
bring it up somewhere top, somewhere different, yeah.
Well, I guess the next question would
Is that
be.
what- go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, is that what they're trying to do? Is like hold big events there, like racing wise,
No
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
or is it just like strictly
I
like?
think they're trying to bring back racing.
Because I've been to a couple of places in Florida for like the dirt bike side of it, where it's like an off-road park, and then like CJ saying, like the motocross track is decent, but it's not really well maintained. It's there, but it's like the corners aren't groomed or anything. Like, they just kind of leave it for like the week.
Yeah.
Like they groom it maybe like kind of like how
Which
places-
track?
Just any place like in Florida, like a motocross track, like that's a part of like the mud bogs and everything. It's like kind of like a
Side filler.
yeah, just like something they have there. Like like I was telling them, is like track maintenance wasn't like the best.
Yeah, I mean they where did this dude get all that money?
That's a good question too.
Which guy? Are you
think
talking about the new guy?
Yeah. The new
Yeah,
guys.
the
I
new
don't-
guys that bought it.
OnlyFans.
Why? You think that they paid an absurd amount for it? I guess. I mean, I didn't see anything published that they paid what they paid
Yeah,
for
I
it.
guess I didn't look for a
But
news.
it's in Jay, Oklahoma. There ain't a whole lot going on there. I would guess it probably got. I don't want to point any fingers or say exactly, but I would guess when this all went tits up, they probably lost the track. It went to somebody else, right? It went to.
Jason.
He's asking Jason.
Didn't you do a lot of work for Walmart, or you own Walmarts? or something like that.
He was supposedly a general contractor for Walmart,
Yeah.
but there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, but I mean that was the big.
So the track was getting the most of the money for the facility itself, from what I've heard, was grants from the state. Trying to figure out ways to bring in revenue to the state. They were saying it was helping bring in fans, it was bringing in people through the area, all that stuff. So they were giving him grants to build the facility better, do so on and so forth.
Also very popular in that area. Drugs. A lot of drugs.
Is it? In Jay, Oklahoma?
You know, I don't know. You ever watch that movie Mule?
Nope.
They get that old guy to go down and smuggle drugs.
Is he from Jay, Oklahoma?
Drives past it. Who knows? Who knows? You know, Walmart.
Put your hands up, please.
And you're floating in a lazy river.
Drugs.
Yeah, put your hands up.
This isn't Miami
Put your
Vice.
hands up. I mean, I don't think that was Jason's intentions, right? If you met him and you hung out with him a handful of times, to me anyways, I went there a handful of times. He seemed like he truly liked the sport, liked being involved. Did it because he liked the people involved.
And guess what ruined it?
What?
Divorce.
I think that was a cover-up.
Other pussy. You know what ruined it? Drugs. No.
Anyways, off topic.
Yep.
We're glad that MAO is back open.
Yes,
Hopefully they
yes.
hold a race, give people more places to race. There's a lot of people that didn't get to race, so had nowhere to go. So maybe if they hold a race or can get the track back going, I don't know. But
So that was my
my 2 cents would be move the track out of the valley. You won't lose all your dirt every time it rains.
that was going to be my next question. Then is how do you get people to go there? Like you said, at the end of the day, you're at Jay, Oklahoma. We saw what it was like around there. It was.
I don't think you need to do anything. I think that people are going to come back, especially being under new ownership.
What people?
What people? The UTVs.
Yeah, what people?
I mean, spectators.
That's what.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Let me clarify. How do you get spectators to fill that area?
Promotion, right? Promoting. Go to the local fucking casino like we did and put up some flyers. I don't know. Put up.
I'll go to the foot.
Have radio ads. Call Crandon. They promote more than anybody I know. Me personally. I don't know if they truly do, but it sure seems like they do. They do a pretty dang good job.
Could they make it like a second Crandon where, I mean, again, like, I know you say like money doesn't always solve those issues, but it certainly could add to that. Because if you make it seem like a big feel, like a big time race, big time feel, big time atmosphere, would it bring in more racers, more spectators, more drivers, more?
You're saying money? Like if the purse is bigger? How are they going to make it bigger? What are you suggesting that
like,
they're making it bigger, making it feel bigger without money?
But that's what that's what I'm saying is that you put more money into it, and I know that
Into the purse or into the facility?
all of it.
Well, he tried that.
Where like you
He
put
didn't
in
get no spectators.
So
Yeah, didn't you see the facility?
but that's what I mean though is like
Had a swimming
what
pool.
do you do?
He did a belly flop.
Where do you put? Where do
He
you
couldn't
put?
see it.
Where do you, where do you
had
put
too many
that?
drinks, couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it. All I saw was sky. Where do you put that money at then? Where, like I said, how do you get
How do you get
more people
spectators
there?
there?
How do you
Well,
make it feel like it's a meaningful race?
I'll tell you this. I think it goes back to whoever's putting the event on. Because did you see that lifted truck event that they had there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sold out.
Yeah.
The place had a bazillion fucking people there.
Yeah.
Those always hit too.
I don't know who promotes it, right? Or what gets it going, but they had no problem bringing in spectators. So I don't know. I don't have the answer to
I
that.
think you would
But
have to have multiple disciplines going on. At
events going
once.
on.
So kind of like what we talked about with Chandler, where it's just kind of like a year-round, consistent.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
he's
no,
saying
no,
like,
no, I'm
like if
saying-
you did the off-road racing
You would have to
and
do
the
it with
lifted truck
lifted trucks.
festival,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or like
Okay.
what was the really big event? They had that week-long event.
Rodeo.
No,
Oh.
it had
Nitro
UTV
Cross.
racing. Yes, it was all there. The rodeo was there, Nitro Cross was there, RC racing was there. They called it something.
Visions?
Visions.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Visions, a good bit of it had a lot of people,
Yeah.
right? But it was their self-promoted event, right? Everywhere I saw, they had things going on with Visions, but they also had a big purse, so everybody was promoting it. All the racers were saying, "Dude, I'm going to Visions. I'm going to Visions," and they kind of did along the lines of like what the Mint does, where when you say like, I don't know if the Mint picks and chooses if they do everybody. Obviously, they don't do everybody because there's not enough days from when they release it to when they race it to do it all. But they're higher up, I would say, social people. They would do all those posts that so-and-so is coming to the Mint.
Yep.
Right? They had those going out every day. There's a new one. So-and-so's going to the Mint. Going to the Mint. Visions did the same thing. Kyle Chaney is coming to the Mint. Freaking Paul Wolf coming to the Mint. They are to the Visions. To Visions. To Visions.
Stone Cold Steve Austin going to the Mint.
The freaking
Knocking out off-road.
monster truck guys they had going to the Visions.
Oh, that'd be cool.
They had Adam Anderson at Visions. Like, it took taking some of these people's names and whatever, and it gave people a reason to go. We had all that different stuff. So they had rodeos going on. They had everything going on all at the same time. And they promoted the racers. Then the racers shared it. But guess what? There was a big purse. So it gave the racers a reason to want to promote it and not be like, well, I'm not getting nothing back out of it. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you guys.
Shoot.
Are you ready?
Are we going to shoots after?
Be gent. Do you want to?
Do you want to?
I could.
Well, we got to pack all this stuff up, and then we can go.
Okay. What do you think? My dad's gonna kill me when he hear he's listening and he already texted me. But what do you think of a one-day champ off-road race? Put the pros run in the morning and in the evening.
You motherfucker.
What?
Because I said this before.
I'm asking you. You don't have to ask me. I'm not gonna give my opinion.
Glasses are off. Oh, damn.
It's bright.
Yeah,
in
it
here.
Miles,
is.
help me.
It's bright in here.
Help me.
Sheesh. Oh, at least the camera's black. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, no,
African American.
Whoa. Trying to get us canceled. What do you think?
If racing went one
Chat,
day.
what do you guys think?
If racing went one
I don't
day-
know. I don't know if it would if it would all go in one day,
See, this
or
is
if just the pros raced. We were there on Thursday. We practiced qualify Friday. We race at like 8 or 10 in the morning, and then we have then we're done all day, and then we race again in the evening. So that's option number one. We'll get opinion on that first.
Yep.
Tito, go.
You
I
looking
can
at
see
me?
it. I can see you pondering it.
Yeah, because I think Jeffrey and I kind of had this discussion about how to kind
Oh
of.
yeah, no, I'm sorry, I blew up. It was between me and Tito.
So we.
I was gonna say I don't even know what you're talking about, but whatever.
Because we kind of had this discussion, like, okay, how do you make?
JD Media announcing who's going to be at the race ahead of time.
Because
Ad type.
we talk about like Supercross. It's kind of like a similar feel to it, right?
Yeah.
Like Friday, Saturday is kind of the sportsman day. So F1 does it, Supercross does it, and again, I understand that we're nowhere near that.
Outdoor motocross went from 2 days to 1 day.
We're not of that same capacity, but like you said, outdoor motocross, F1 does it, Supercross does it, where Friday, Saturday is sportsman, or Saturday includes qualifying. Saturday is like pro qualifying, right? So at least gives the fans an opportunity to see the pros on Saturday, but there's also sportsman racing on Saturday.
No.
This
Nobody
sets
wants
up
to come
for
there on Sunday.
Okay. Well, then let's say Friday, Saturday. Then Friday and then Saturday. So then Saturday is just the pro day, where then, like you said, you race pros in the morning, and then you've got other classes or heats or finals or whatever it may be. You got filler races, filler time, and then at the end of the day, you've got the pros to end it again. So kind of like how Snowcross does it with their 6 to 9:30, where they've got just the pros, or they got the filler events are like, the finals of.
Yeah, but
the
we already
women,
have
the
that. We
finals
have
of
opening
this.
ceremonies in the pros part.
But what I mean is for the day is like you've got the pros in the morning, and then once you guys are done, there's a few filler races, and then you guys go again
Right.
at the end of the day.
How much time would you need in between?
Yeah, I guess that's another question then.
Well, I'm saying if we raced at 9 or 10, and then we raced at 5 or
6.
6 like normal.
Okay. I like it. I like that idea. I think there is too much going on throughout the weekend.
The only thing would be is like maybe the sportsman would have to race like
Sunday.
either Sunday, or they would race like, if they wanted to race twice, they would either have to race Friday, Saturday, right? Or they would have to race Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for me, the way I
Wait,
see
it was
it.
Lyle's turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I like the idea of going all in one day. Like you said, for me, it seems like it's like a local event right now where everybody gets to race. No one knows,
Yes.
unless you're really into the sport, no one knows the
That's what
difference
my dad
between you
said, too.
guys.
That's exactly
then-
what my dad said.
Yeah. No one's going to know the difference between you guys and sportsmen, I guess. So throw the
there's-
sportsmen on like a Sunday then.
So
Like they still can have that event. They
hi,
champ can still
Grayson.
get their money or whatever they're looking for from the sports. Sportsmen still can race the same weekend, but it's like Saturday is you guys only.
Because
Because like you said, no one knows the difference
Yes.
between you guys and sportsmen.
my dad
really.
said it's like having an amateur event and pros all on the same day
Yep.
for
Yeah.
motocross.
Yep.
yes.
Do you watch a couple amateur races, you hang out for a while, and you're like, all right, and then you end up getting
Yeah.
sick of it and you leave before you see what you want to
Yeah,
see.
because there's so much racing even going on.
There's
Like,
so much going on.
yeah.
Yeah. I think one day events would definitely hype up the series a lot more.
Not that they all have to be one day.
Yeah,
but you
but-
could do some.
Yeah, try it
Maybe
out.
try one or two.
Yeah, try one or two. But
I mean, if you're
think,
throwing shit at the wall,
but I think the main complaint that I've heard or even brought up to some of the racers, because I did bring this up to just finagle,
Yeah,
just ask
yeah.
questions.
stir the pot.
The biggest thing that they complained about was, would it be worth it then?
Worth what?
To race one day out of the weekend.
As far as what?
You do your one day, or you do your morning race, and then you do Moto 1 and then Moto 2, and then you pack up and you're done.
Well, that's what I said too.
is- is that-
I
is-
enjoy having 2 days of
is-
racing. I
is that
enjoy
wor-
making a weekend out
yeah,
of it.
is that worth it for you guys?
But
if
like I
if
said,
it was a-
not all of them. Maybe
but-
maybe not do all
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, yeah. But
do
what if it showed progress though? Like it was like, hey, now Toyota's coming back full force, Chevy's back. You get these
I don't
team
think
companies.
I don't think you'd ever go all that way. But like ERX, they'll tell you, right, that one day does way better than the other day,
Yeah,
right? If you only raced on Saturday, maybe that'd be a good place to start. Is Saturday for the pros, be a morning race and an evening race, and you would get this. My dad's big thing is the spectators would have to come one day then, right? Mm-hmm. You break up all your spectators and your pros right now, going. Some go Saturday, some go Sunday. Not as many go both days. Like your Crandons would have to be 2 days. Park River would have to be 2 days. ERX, by the way it sounds from them, is
a one day race.
they
would
do a lot
hit.
better one day than the other day, right?
Yep.
So for them, it may benefit them to do a single day event as far as the pros go, and then maybe their spectator count would go up because everyone would have to go to one day, and it would just be like this jam-packed, sold-out day.
Yep.
That's the theory behind it, right? For the tracks that only do good one day. For the tracks that do good all weekend, you just stick to the standard thing. Mm-hmm. It moves it around. What do we got going in the comments here? There's all kinds of different things.
I'll read.
Okay.
So TJ says Champ should go after some big time motorsport
Influencers.
which
yes.
we're trying.
Yes, we're trying.
Yep.
You
I
know,
mean, we
hopefully-
got freaking
yeah.
Jimmy Johnson.
Bro,
What more do you want?
no.
Influence more, bro.
Because it influences
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
bro.
What about the Green Bay Packer? The potential of him coming to Lena.
Oh, Coop?
Cooper. Yep.
Coop will come.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So then,
Arrive.
I mean, he may hide out, but
so JD Media goes, as much as I love a full weekend, single day race is still great. He also says make the pros more prestigious, just like Sunday Fall Crandon. And then Mr. Hawkers goes, pro day Saturday, race 10 a.m., and then a night race. Sportsmen's are a Saturday filler and all day Sunday. Parents will hate me, but kids race Friday night and Sunday. One day race would kill concession income, camping income, local entertainment would lose opportunity. Kenny 927, would it be easier to sell a TV package for pros one day? That's where I guess I was going at. Was right there.
Because you think about MAV TV
NASCAR.
or MAV TV when they did it for Fall Crandon.
Yes.
It was all day Sunday.
Jake Gooden, thoughts on practice qualifying day? You get rid of practice and do 2 qualifying sessions. I love that.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a practice and a qualifier?
Well, do you want that Gladiator award or not?
No, it's only races though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch, you don't even know your own rules.
Steve Hawker goes, I still think people will pay $60 to see pros race twice, and then Sunday is free for sportsmen. No, I think you lowered the
Yeah, I think you just lower it
admission.
down.
Yeah,
Lower it
because
down.
I personally would love to watch sportsmen.
I would stay and hang out. Like,
Exactly.
it gives me a reason to chill out and just hang out and actually get to
Yeah.
watch some racing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Like I said, it sucks to say, but I mean, it makes it seem like a local race with everybody there. You know,
Yeah, like
Like I
there's
said,
no.
there's no difference between you guys.
I mean,
'Kay.
and I'll be
You got
honest.
opening ceremonies again, but they also have an opening ceremonies.
I've been watching since I was 4 years old, and it's always been 2 days. But I don't care as long as this sport gets bigger.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
I don't.
Okay, I do have. I
really-
have another one though. I have another suggestion. When we're done with the comments, I have another suggestion.
Oh shit!
Continue on, Jeffrey. There's more. Are you gonna keep reading?
Where did I leave?
Oh, that's Latch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a link for iRacing.
Yeah,
today.
That's our sneaky link.
Sneaky link.
But TJ Richardson says, hey, I know Ian Thomas tight end for the Raiders as of today.
Bring them in.
Bring him in.
Bring him
Bring
in.
them in.
Bring him in.
See it.
Okay, so the other option. Here's the other option. Okay. The pros race at midday every day, no matter where they're at in the schedule.
So like 11 to 3?
From
Noon
or,
to
or,
4
or noon to 3. Noon to 3, noon to 4.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, but they race, and then so it goes, or even 11 to
3?
yeah, 11 to 3, no matter what. So if they have red flags, if races take longer or whatever, at 11 o'clock or the closest you can get to 11 o'clock, the pros race, and then your sportsmen go on again afterwards, and wherever it is. That way, you still get your 2-a-day events. You still get your people involved. You still get. I think and I don't want to say always, but I think where we lose a lot of spectators is anybody. Like, look at Monster Jam. Okay, how does Monster Jam continue just to grow and be off the walls? Kids. They sell kids' clothing, kids' toys, kids' fucking pillows, blankets. Everything, right?
Cars.
Yeah, everything. RC cars. It's all promoted towards kids. What kid wants to be there at opening ceremony starts at usually 3 or 4, right? Or 1 or 2, whatever. And then you don't see the classes that a lot of, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people come to see is the Pro 2s and the Pro 4s until 6 o'clock at night. There ain't no young kid that wants to do that. They're crabby, they're grouchy,
No.
Tired,
unless they're
don't
camping there, they're hot. They've been sitting out in the sun all day. We obviously race during the summer, and it doesn't seem that appealing to me that you bring your kids, right? We're only promoting to the diehard fan. So maybe by having a midday race for the pros, you still run the sports and you still run the full show. But at the midday, the pros race at this time all the time.
When the
And-
fuck
and then-
did you become like a marketing?
And then that's like the peak.
Fuck, bro.
That's like the peak. Well, I'll tell you, it's been more. Mike Rushi texted me again a couple days ago. He listens to them all. Mike, I read all your texts. We go over them. Sorry, I don't always respond. I'm just not good at it. Or I don't know what to say all the time. You know what I mean? I don't say thank you. I say thank you on here instead. But my dad's been talking about it. Rumor has it they've hired some new people to try to help bring some money on board or improve the sport. Some really big name people. So that was a huge step when I kind of heard that going about, and
And I'm gonna sound like
it's huge.
big
It's huge.
nerd here, but that's kind of the big step that like WWE did. Was you had that Attitude Era. There was catered towards like adults, teenagers, but then once they started moving towards like that PG era where it was very kid friendly, Vince McMahon went from being a millionaire to a billionaire just by catering to that. And I wholeheartedly agree. So that was what I thought of when you started saying that. And I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, you think about marketing, right? When you think about cereals, right? Who you pandering to? You're pandering to kids. So when you do your commercials, you pander to the kids, and if the kids love it, they're going to tell their parents, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that.
Wait.
Or something else, right, is if you pander to the wives are going to be, hey, I want this, I want this. And that's who you cater and pander to, because then that's what spends money.
You want to go back through the comments before we keep going?
Yeah. So
Ben Berger, I think where we left off.
Ben Berger says that's what the ATV MX series does for Saturday. They have the race order, then the pros go at a designated time. And then Chris goes, you have to have experience, attraction, and other things at the event for the children.
Yeah. And that's going to be the hard part too is we've talked about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did we say that there's ways that we'd all love to see? Yeah, we'd all love to see a monster truck show, or I mean, heck, I have friends right out of I don't know, east of Denmark. What's east of Denmark?
Sheboygan.
No, you're too far
Two
south.
Rivers?
Nope, you're too far south too.
Manitowoc,
Manitowoc area. Well, no, not quite.
Algoma, Luxembourg,
But nope, south of that.
Chilton.
South.
New Franken.
Nope. South of that. You're north. You're north of freaking 43 right now. Kiwani.
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 Yeah, I
Oh,
said
yeah,
that.
that was
yeah.
gonna be
No,
my
you
next
didn't.
I
guess.
said that.
No, you didn't.
That was my very
Check
next
tape.
guess.
Okay, so Kiwani, that racing Monster Jam, that own their own monster trucks.
Oh, yes.
The Telechkas.
Yep.
I don't know that they'd be able to do it. One of the sons and the daughter are both involved in
Seen them at PRI.
monster trucks now, and run with Monster Jam, but they did own their own trucks. So that definitely, like, that's an option, right? But the only way for that to become an option is to eliminate some classes.
Who's Curtis Greaves?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of
What about the weather?
I bet he sounds. I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark. I bet that guy's grumpy.
Probably not right now.
No, yeah, but Kurt goes, what about the weather? Thinking that, obviously,
In the event that-
Camp Off-Road is notorious for rain every fucking weekend.
Spring Crown is. That's right.
So, I mean, but that's why you have rain dates. You can move it to
Yeah.
Sunday. I mean,
Yeah, I
obviously,
mean-
we're just slinging.
Right.
Yeah. So that means Keegan's not racing.
Yeah, I mean,
Thrown
obviously,
at 'em, like, just
they
like
would
that.
have rain
I
dates.
was saying,
and
you guys
everything.
raced 2 times in one day and lead on one time, right?
We do it every single year at Crandon, twice a year.
Yeah, twice a year.
Like you guys raced in the morning and then
It was 8 a.m. That was a
Every
weird
Sunday
day.
at Crandon, we race
Yeah.
twice a day.
That was
twice a day.
day.
during Rush 2. 20,
I mean,
22.
but they made it work in
Nobody-
the normal schedule. I'm
Nobody
saying.
wants to do twice a day every weekend, right? We just don't. Our crew guys don't. Nobody wants to do it. But
What if
is
I
it
said,
possible to do like 1 or 2 a year? That events that just hands down, you look at them statistically, and that's what the event wants to do. Like you offer it up, and that's what they want to do.
like a Lena
that's something new then.
or Anigo or
Lena, Anago,
like
yeah.
the smaller events. We'll say ERX.
Essentially,
Not that ERX is a smaller event. I mean, they have one of the best tracks in the circuit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
A Friday, Saturday.
they're one of
ordeal.
the first people that would probably jump on board and be like, and I don't know this for sure. I'm just saying from judging by things they've said in the past and them racing Friday and Saturday. And is it Saturday, Sunday now this year?
Saturday, Sunday this year.
It is Saturday, Sunday this year. So they're trying out different things, right? Their Saturday always does good. Their Saturday's always a ton of people.
Yes.
So maybe if we race twice that day, it would sell out, right? And maybe
I think they need
don't know.
to make it not as hot either.
yeah, for sure. And Sell more than peanuts in the thing. Sorry, that was bad.
Yeah, sorry, Heidi.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry. We're having
yeah,
fun.
because that time I
Yeah.
ripped on the.
Which wasn't her fault.
Was not her fault.
That was
Not her
GRC or whoever put on the event.
Yep.
But anyways,
but no,
so-
I think
so-
it'd be a good
I think you could
good
implement
event to,
both.
yes, to
I
look
think you
into
could
it.
implement both.
Yeah, try it.
I think you run pros earlier in the day, no matter what, and look into
That would be a good test.
a single day or maybe 2 single days event a year, but look into it, right? See what the track, leave it up to the track, make it an offer, see what they want to do. But I think just putting the pros at a more reasonable time during the day, I personally think that it would help them gain spectators and
Maybe-
bring in kids.
Would you do it for Glen Helen?
What, a one-day event?
Would you do a doubleheader at Glen Helen?
What?
So hypothetically, like you guys are talking about, is where you do the pros at the start of the day, and then do them again at the end of the day.
Looks
Would you do
artificially
that?
warm on the side.
Would you do that for Glen Helen? Do you think that would be a better option than the 2-day at Glen Helen?
I do think that would be a better option at Glen Helen.
Like
So
a
you ju-
one-day event?
Just a 1-day all-out event.
Friday would be like a test
It'd save
day,
us all
test
money.
Qualifying.
Test qualifying. Saturday would be, boom, hey,
It
get
would
the event done.
it would
All
save
out.
us all money. I mean, yes, we're all there, but it's one less day you got to be there. One less day you got to house everybody. One less day you got to have a hotel for. One less day.
It'd be cool if Wheatland tried your idea, though.
It would be better.
Your midday race.
Yeah. I mean, that I'm not taking credit for any of this. Most of this is my dad.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be kind of cool to have Wheatland do it, test it, new track,
Yeah.
or
I
new
mean,
track.
why
and-
not? Why not implement it across the freaking season? I don't think that there's any downfall to it, right? Do any of you guys think that there's any downfall to racing more in the middle of the day for the pros?
Fuck no, because here's the thing.
I
Is
don't
that-
even like racing at 6 o'clock at night.
Is
No.
that selfishly? I have a boss, right? And he is like, hey, I don't care that it's 1 a.m. You get this shit done right now. Get it out. Well, but I can do it now. I don't care. Get it done now. So it would be cool if I could get my edits done at 7 p.m. instead of 1 a.m.
Oh, never go ahead. I said we had this talk. This exact scenario came up when we worked snowcross
He
ERX.
told me already. He told me already with Zach and Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think again, for me selfishly, I wouldn't mind that at all. As an editor, but also even as a fan, if you know, because then it gets people there earlier. You think about Crandon.
Well,
You think anyone's taking their kids there? You think
even-
anyone's taking their 5-year-old
well,
there, driving there at 4 o'clock at night?
Even
Yeah.
at the end of the
Knowing
day,
they're gonna be there till
you're not-
7?
You're not losing on any ticket sales. Because if they leave after the Pro 4 race,
They already bought
there's still 3
Yeah.
more races, then
They already bought them.
yes. The diehard fans will stay. Like me, I personally would be like, all right, hey guys, let's put down the cameras, let's go enjoy the rest of the day.
Well, then you think about the event as a whole. Let's say they go off at 11, right, and they're done at 3, right? You could do an autograph session then at like 5 or 6. Keep
Ooh,
the kids there.
There we go.
Keep them there. Sell merch. Sell whatever it may be. Unfortunately, you're taking away from some of the sportsmen, but it's just an idea.
But
'Cause you think about the autograph session.
I'm not trying to shit on the sportsman or anything, but it's just like, I'm not gonna say who cares, but at the end of the day, it's like,
Yeah, but it's the stepping stone to
yes,
to at the end of the day, it's a pro race.
yeah. Because for me,
You know what I
I mean, theoretically, for me, I would like to see it all divided.
Yeah.
I would like to see all the pro classes on Saturday and then all the sportsman races on Sunday.
And I think wholeheartedly, and here's the thing too, is it like he said, it could vary track by track, right? Crandon does have its,
Yeah, you do sprint
Tradition.
crashes.
We all want to be there all weekend at Crandon.
Yeah, at
like
Crandon,
Sunday
it's
at
got its
Crandon
tradition.
is freaking the biggest day
ever.
probably ever. Right?
It's wild. It's just
Right.
Probably one of the biggest events of the year in any motorsport.
I will say Crandon is probably one of the only events that Sunday is bigger than Saturday. Not always, but lately. Okay, in the spring, Saturday to me, I don't know the stats. Saturday is bigger than Sunday. It's bigger than Sunday in the spring.
Yep.
In the fall, it seems like it's reversed. Right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, in the fall, it's Sunday. There's usually standing room only.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. So
right. So
flips back and forth. Yeah, Matty V was just talking about.
Ben Berger goes. ERX also has to compete with Melville the same weekend.
Same weekend, and now Hodag
which
is the
takes
same
people
weekend.
away. Yep.
Which is
And-
true, 100%.
And Mark V, what would
Oh,
you
Mark.
do with mechanicals that could be fixed in 8 hours versus 4 hours?
I mean,
You guys are pretty good.
yes, right?
I feel bad for Brad.
All you can do is
But-
say yes.
He knows what he signed up for, though.
Yeah, I mean, that,
Don't do that to Brad. Man,
no,
I'm ready to jump over this table,
I
bro.
know, dude. I love B-Dog, dude. I love Brad.
and that's why you couldn't do a bunch, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't do a bunch. You would have to know going into it that that's what it is, and if you want to race, if you want to put Pro 4, saying going, okay, they seem to have like the most problems. Okay, they can run at 9 o'clock.
They start the day.
Nah,
They start
yep,
the day
they
and
start
they
at
end
9,
the
or
day.
maybe you run a couple races, right? 1 or 2 races right in the beginning. Maybe get the youth out of the way, run like all the youth, and then go right into Pro 4. And then Pro 4 run the order reversed. UTVs, in my opinion, most of the time have a lot less failures, other than crashing, right? In some of the classes, but as far as mechanical failures, have a lot less, and it's a lot easier to turn one around, then run the order the other way, starting at 4 o'clock or whatever. You know what I mean? So it would give UTV guys like 4 hours, 5 hours to flip their car around, and it would give the truck, the more premier truck classes like more.
Yeah. I mean, I seen the Van Epperens change a motor in like an hour.
Yeah. UTVs, I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of people like, I mean, I can give a lot of teams that travel a lot, that leave their vehicles somewhere, right? House them somewhere, that wash them, prep them, do all the maintenance on them and everything, and put them back in their trailer in 5-6 hours. So that's like tearing them apart, washing them, getting them ready, going through stuff that you typically don't go through at the track. So I work on UTVs all year long. To me, 4 or 5 hours to prep one is plenty of time, unless you catastrophically crash it.
Yeah.
Which even then, either you're going to be able to bolt parts on it and fix it. Like, you don't have to make anything, right? Somebody at the pit usually has the parts you need. You need Polaris parts, you know where to go. You need Yamaha parts, you know where to go. Like, everyone kind of has a place that they can go and teams that they can go to if they needed something like really, really critical, and nobody's trying to make anything, right? So that's where the big difference is for me. At UTV, you can turn around a little bit earlier. So if they started with Pro 4 and they did it backwards, or even if they had a mixed schedule, honestly. I mean, if they did like Pro 4, then 1 UTV class, and then Pro 2, then 1 UTV class, then Pro Light, then 1 UTV class, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they go the other way, and maybe this is getting way too confusing, but maybe when they run at night, it's the first UTV class that ran that then runs first. Then you basically flip the order later in the day, so that the last UTV class that ran is also the last UTV class that runs later in the day.
Okay.
Instead of, if you just flip the order normally, they'd be like the first one, right? If you inverted the order, they would actually go last and then first again. But if you inverted it, you
It's
kept
also
it
one
kind
of
of the
those
same.
things, like you said, is like, if you know beforehand, you can at least prepare for it.
Yep.
And that's what I've heard across the board from a lot of teams, is if you know beforehand, you can at least prepare for it. So again, if it's a leaning event, at the end of the day, one of the classes is going to get the short straw, right? Is where you're going to end up having
In a
small,
sense,
in
but
a
not really.
sense, you're going to have a smaller time frame, like you said, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever it may be. You can figure it out. What class is going to be easier to turn that around and get it going from one race to another race? Like, we can all probably get together and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end of the day, then you then have a main event. At the end of the day, you're going to have a main event. The main event, I think, does have to be Pro 4 because you guys are a premier class.
Yeah.
But again, as long as you know beforehand,
Yeah.
I think a lot of teams can get on board with it.
Yep.
And at least then
Or
prepare
just
for
start
it.
the talks about it.
Yeah,
Right, and
yeah.
maybe those events, being that you know about it, there's, I don't want to say that there's always really great free help, but there's a lot of people that are pretty knowledgeable, willing to help on a race weekend. There's people every race we go to saying that they'd love to help. You know what I mean? That on those weekends, you bring in one extra person. You let one extra person help, and you let them help scrape panels, wash stuff, right? You let that one person help.
There you go, Eric. He'll put, I think, a full sportsman show Friday and then split the second round of sportsman for the weekend between Saturday and Sunday.
I think that wouldn't work only because there's a lot. You'd have to start early Friday, right? And there's a lot of people that work 9 to 5 jobs that don't come till Friday night.
Yeah.
That I think would not like that. Where if you're gonna run Saturday, Sunday anyways, I mean, you can still run Saturday, Sunday. That's my opinion on it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's something you'd have to sit down and kind of
Unless
think
you
of
wanna-
and plan out.
And have someone smarter
guess-
than us.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about like 4 races Friday night, and then, or like, and maybe there's some youth parents on here. Youth always like to get their kids done ahead of time, right? Nobody wants to be. You always hear like motocross, right? They always want to get the youth done so they can get packed up and the kids can run and play and do whatever they want.
Yep.
Maybe you run youth Friday and Saturday, and then they don't run Sunday. That'd be like 5 classes shorter on Sunday. That would help get the day done sooner. That would help get sportsmen out sooner too. Just to make the day a little bit shorter.
Yep.
Maybe that's something you could do is just run a couple. Maybe it's not youth, whatever. Moore runs their own board. If they decided like, hey, we're gonna run 4 classes on Friday. Yeah, I understand that. It's kind of what we said. If they vote, hey, we run 4 classes on Friday, right, and it's gonna be at night. Moore has a board. Let them vote on it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's the youth. Maybe it's not. The only thing being is a lot of the youth classes come with another racer, so they're kind of there anyways. It would just be, to me, something that would help shorten up the day Sunday for the sportsman guys, right?
Yeah.
If you race pros at midday no matter what, and then it becomes a long day, or there's, for some reason, the races are going longer, or there's injuries, or who knows,
'Cause
right?
then I think-
Very rarely do we ever have injuries or anything like that. But a shorter day Sunday, I think everybody would applaud.
Yeah.
And we're already there Friday. Most people.
Well, let's say that you guys split up. Let's say they do pros only on Saturday, sportsman Sunday. Do you think
Sportsman Saturday, Sunday.
yeah,
sportsman would be Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday. Do you think that you guys could do more race weekends then with that type of schedule?
No.
No.
So, no, that's...
Because weather's what screws us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless we travel.
Well, that's what I mean. Like if we start traveling more, let's say that we have. You think we could go from an 8-round series to a 18-round series?
No. Absolutely
Ever.
fucking not.
You know that. Well, then that's what
No.
I'm saying. Like, is there a possibility of that of
Not with-
expanding to that magnitude
So,
of?
I think I know what you're saying is if we wanted to go from 7, 8 race weekends to, let's say, 10,
More.
11, I think in that event it would have to just be a pro only.
Well, and that's what I
Yes.
mean.
Event.
Where you split,
But
where you like locally here, you have your regional race,
100%.
but you have it pros only Saturday, and that's the only day
Yes.
that you guys race on the 18 weekend,
so
12 weekend series. Is that you guys do 1-day event weekends, but we're traveling all over.
none of us want to do one day every day. None of us want to race twice a day every weekend.
Yeah. Well, then that's what I'm saying. Like,
That-
I just don't know.
I
how
truly don't know that would ever.
exactly, but it's a thought.
Work.
I'm just
Yeah,
run it
yeah.
out there.
No, I gotcha. I don't think like even now. I think if you told us that if they came out tomorrow and said like there's 3 or 4 one-day pro events, I think our first thought would be, let's go and find another person to help our guys, because that's what we're gonna have to do. What are we doing?
Oh, no, just don't worry.
That's what we'd have to do to survive those, right? That would be our biggest thing. So I think that's where it would be really hard.
Yeah.
Doing that many.
Yeah,
And our second thing, to answer your question about going to 18, right, or something to that magnitude.
Yeah.
Too many of our parts are one-off.
Yes.
To be able to produce that, I think that's where we would run into a really big problem, is to be able to get body panels, to be able to get engines, to be able to get anything turned around. Like, dirt bikes can do it because they're mass-produced. They're giant, mass-produced, right?
I guess what I'm going at is
we're in a
more
really
of a
niche industry.
Yeah. What I guess I'm going.
I know
at
what you're
too,
saying. It's growing.
With the NASCAR-esque feel of it, where you guys.
But NASCAR spends bazillions of dollars.
Exactly. If the fairy tale world was, you guys had the budget, you guys had the employees, you guys had the
I mean, then
resources
yeah,
at the
you
end of
could
the
do
day.
that. But fucking, what if Tito had nuts?
I'd be a guy.
Mark V said, as a short course dad, racing Friday night and Saturday would be cool. Then I wouldn't have to worry as much about the kids being tired on Sunday. See, I think that too. I think a lot of people I talk to, I don't want to speak for everybody, but a lot of people I talk to, and Lyle can probably say the same thing, growing up in the moto world and a lot of youth classes in motocross and everything, a lot of them would love to race Friday night and Saturday and be done. Even if it was a Saturday-Sunday race, Sunday, let the kids do whatever they want.
Yep.
Get it out of the way. You don't have to deal with it. You can worry about getting loaded up. You can do all this, and you're not worried about like that. That's just what I've heard through a lot of the sports.
Yeah, like you said, at the local
And other
races right
things.
now, even the little kids go in the morning and they go during intermission.
Intermission,
Now. Yeah,
and so that they're done by midday.
They're gone. They're gone by noon.
Damn,
Or
when I thought you said loaded up, I thought you meant like, man, let's get fucking drunk. And I'm like, oh, he meant like packed up.
yeah.
Yeah, and then City Neck Media goes, forgive me if I have the wrong, but is Lyle the only one in the panel that has kids? I only ask because the challenges of having kids at the track is way more than the schedule.
No kids.
I have kids.
No kids. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's actually, hey, City Neck, Jeffrey actually left his child tonight, so
Transport from camping to the track sucks.
prayers up.
Spectating areas suck for strollers and kids running some energy off. Lack of shade. So basically they're saying,
What's that mean?
Sounds like a track problem.
yeah.
Let's say, I guess I don't exactly know what.
Basically just saying that there's no shade for the kids. You know, it's a harsh environment. At that
Yeah.
for
I mean,
kids.
you're saying like a kid's all weekend long,
Yeah.
right?
But that's where you get rid of.
Well, if you race midday, I mean, yeah, it's still gonna be hot regardless, right? If it's 90, it's 90. Whatever you can do about it, but it's gonna be 90 when the pros start, regardless, right? Whether it's at noon or 11 or at 3, it's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah, we know that.
as it gets later to some extent seems to get a little bit hotter actually. But anyway,
Yep, up on that Talladega turn. It gets hot.
we're just spitballing around here,
Yeah.
folks. That's all we're doing.
What about a super pole for you guys to add something in the middle of the day instead of like you race in the middle of the day? You guys have like a super pole for the pros, and then you guys still race at the end of the day.
I would be down for. I mean, to me, like the problem is you'd have to have like a ton of time, right?
Yeah.
Well,
To do a super pole to give each person
Yes.
one lap or
One
I
good
think
lap.
it's 2 laps.
I think it's a roll lap and
A roll out lap
your fast lap.
and 1 lap.
But they only do the top 10 though.
Yeah, they only take a certain amount of people.
Well, we only have 10 in most classes, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we're good there.
Top 3.
Yeah.
We're good there. Well, you couldn't do that. No, it would never work, because if you were like, oh, the top 3 in points get to do the super pole each day, unless you did it like right after qualifying. Even then, it would never work because we change. They water the track and they change the track surface too much. What are we doing here? I know you say shh, but I'm just curious. All right, continue on. So, anyways, that's my outlook on it. This would just be like difficult.
There's not enough time as is in the day.
I think it would be sweet. I would love to do a Super Pole. Like if they were like, oh, let's take whatever and go like Super Pole. Super Pole Pro 4 and whatever, and you had to do one lap and throw it down. Like to me, that would be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what everybody would think of it, but I would enjoy it.
I think everybody would like it. Yeah. Like then you get like
other than like risk and reward.
Yeah.
What's the risk and reward out of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know when you would do it. I don't know unless you did it like on Friday, but then you don't really have any spectators there.
Yeah, it almost has to be in like the 1 day format type of thing.
Yeah, it'd have to be like instead of racing in the morning, you did a Super Pole, and you got points for Super Pole. You'd have to do the whole class and then do like points, maybe not race points, but like some sort of points, right?
Yeah.
You do like fucking 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, or something like that.
Yep.
And then that's like 1 day's race points, and then the second day maybe not quite make it double points, but do something along the lines of like bonus points or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is just throwing shit at the wall to see if it ever worked. But
yeah, because I'm just going off of like what I like seeing in racing is like someone throwing down a heater lap is always exciting for me. In anything.
Yeah, and I think it's more exciting because you only have to watch that one person.
Yep.
Right? Like I think that's what changes Super Pole.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I mean, I love going to ERX and qualifying because I like hitting the triple.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody doing it. Like if that was, how many people even notice it or catch it on film? There's like 1 or 2 people each year that catch it, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Where everybody would see it. If you're the only one
on the track,
if you did anything cool, I don't care who it is. If you did anything cool, it would be like everyone would be like, "Oh, did you see that? Like that was different," and it would create hype about it. So maybe that's a difference. I don't know.
I think a part of it too is like information. Like if you like again hypothetically, right? You do a Super Bowl is just kind of like the times and like the splits and whatnot. So like when we went to Supercross, like obviously you see a lot of the times and information, and that's what a lot of people
segment times and everything.
look and follow, and that's what makes it more interesting, more interactive. Whereas if you're just out there watching and you don't have any information, you're like, man, we're just seeing a guy go around. We don't know if he's going fast, if he's going slow. You know, if he's catching this guy, if he's.
But it also gives the announcers an opportunity to have the information, right?
Yeah.
When there's 10 trucks out there on the track and we're only out there for 2 laps, they have any time to try to go through and figure out like segment times and like, hey, this guy's I was fast in this segment or this guy's. No, at least if it's only 1 truck, you can literally watch the segment times tick up as it went, right?
Yeah.
And you could hype it up as it goes.
Yep, you could say who's on deck next. Like, all right, we got CJ coming up. Can he beat the previous 5 times already that were already out there?
Probably not.
Probably not. You're right. Probably not. Chris said, do it Friday night at Fall Crandon. Part of the Friday night show is Pro 2 and Pro 4 individual qualifying at night. That would be sick. The problem is we race on a big track, and they don't have lights on the big track.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be tough. And to qualify the short track or the mid track, the new short track, I guess, and then to race the big track would just, I mean, I guess everybody's on the same boat, but then it almost, Pro 2 and Pro Light are going to say it's a money game. Who has the money and the people to change the setup and the gearing and everything and has everything ready to go to run the short track just for qualifying, but then change gearing for the big track for the race. He says, buy some more lights.
We all agree.
We all agree, but I've been there. I've raced the night races. It's you need a lot of lights. Like I would say the last time they did it, way better than the first time. I think if you ask anybody who raced the night race the very first time, they would tell you flat out, like, I couldn't see shit. Like, I could see the track.
Was that the mud race?
Yes, the mud race. You couldn't see any of the ruts because the dirt was so dark because it was wet. You couldn't see any of the ruts, any of the holes. You couldn't see nothing. And that was the first one they ever did, right? And you got to give them credit. They threw it out there. They put up some lights, but I think they all also after hearing this, the feedback was like, man, we didn't have near enough lights.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
is
you don't
crazy.
You don't realize what it takes to light up a track that's 80, 100 feet wide across the way, and then when the dirt's bright on top of it, and then you're trying to not shine it. I think where the biggest problem was is we were trying to, I shouldn't say we, but they were trying to cover more ground with less lights, right?
Yep.
So instead of pointing
Yeah.
them down,
They were
we were
out.
pointing them out to trying to flood more area. Well, then we couldn't see because the lights were shining in our face.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're a bunch of picky bastards. We're off-road racers. That's what we do is we whine and complain. So it just made it really difficult. So I think to really do it right, you'd have to have a lot of lights, and
Oh, it's just
lights aren't cheap.
Just trying to read it. We the only reason we threw this up is we got a
Can they see that?
a buddy of ours, Mr. Jeffrey Latch, currently in 6th place right now. We were playing some Call of Duty, joined our Discord, said, hey, man, we're doing the sim racing tonight. Oval, you guys should check it out, 8:30. And we're like, you know what? We'll see. We'll see how the stream's going. When your race is up, we'll throw it up. Right now, 6th place.
I think that'd be fun.
1.7 seconds.
Pro 2s on the oval. I think these are Pro 2s on the oval.
Into-
Pro 2
into-
Dirt Slinger Series.
Into 5th. We've got the Pro 2 sponsored by Impulse Media, 5th
Rooster
place.
Hub.
Oh, he's sponsored up?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 5th place, but guess what, man? That's not good enough. We're not
I don't
here
see
for
him.
5th.
I mean, I don't
Yeah, yeah. So
right
if
there
you,
he is. Right
if you
there
go
he
to,
is, actually.
The rooster on it.
Yeah, if
I
you go
don't-
to MDI TV on
it's-
Do you think
YouTube-
whoever's like doing the live stream can hear us, being that they like zoomed in on his truck, or is this his personal live stream?
They commented it in the
Yeah.
chat too.
Yeah, I know. So look, they keep zooming in on it. Oh, there's a crash.
So we got,
Get him out.
Get it. There we go.
Get him out.
That's the third.
In the wall. In the wall.
That's how it happens, man.
That would be
Throw it.
Lyle, or that would be frickin' Tito trying to race that light buggy, putting people in the wall.
You would too.
Please, there's too much Tito for speed, bro.
Too much Tito
You know
for
what?
speed. He says.
I'm wrong. You wouldn't be putting anyone in the wall. You'd have to be fast enough to fucking catch last place.
What's your problem?
You're my problem, boy.
You know what,
Yeah.
dude? I'm gonna be slinging it, dude.
Well,
So what is this? What's going on, Ryan? Do they just reset the order or what?
I don't know. Was that the last?
Was that
That
the last
that,
lap?
That said
Oh.
Heat 2 at
People
least.
die?
that was the last lap. He cleaned him out in the last lap.
So what do you do? Get third in that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, so,
are they restarting?
MDI
Wyatt
TV
Miller
said
move.
there is a delay, but I can hear.
But did our boy get third?
There's a delay.
Yeah. Did our boy get third? Did Jeffrey Lash get third? Pull up those results.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see it.
Okay, so there was a delay. So when he heard us talking about it, he zoomed in on him just for us.
Yeah.
MDTV.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have nothing to do tonight
Besides us.
besides us,
But we're
MDI
about done anyways.
yeah,
We're about
MDI,
cooked.
MDI TV up here. He goes, Jeffrey Lash commented, "Sorry boys, I'll do better come the futures."
Like CUM?
Damn. So
Yeah.
he just had
Arrived.
one race. That was
Arrived.
it.
No, this is heats, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, man,
Features?
fucking
Features or futures?
Features.
Features.
That was heat 1.
This is
now we got
kinda-
heat 2.
This is kind of what you want to do at Antigo for like a Joker lap, didn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
That would be sick.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah. So
Who else is racing? He
So-
said that bum Drake Mateg was gonna be racing tonight too.
Maybe he's in here. Maybe he's in
We'll
heat
find
2.
out. We'll
Who
find
knows?
out.
Two.
I guess we'll see. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I know that
What?
we're a little.
we
what
had
behind.
we had to get permission to stream this live too.
Why? It's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh well, to showcase it too. Want to go around the.
Yeah, because we did the intermission video and that thing got flagged.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There's
Mateg.
Drake Mateg, fourth, of course, out of podium
Oh.
position. Typical Mateg.
Yeah, our boy was third at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's light blue. Light
What
blue.
is he light blue?
Yeah, there
That
he
one out
is.
front kind of looks like Dylan Parsons.
pushed way wide,
Oh,
man.
wait,
Yeah,
now he's
there
in
he
second.
goes.
Now he's in second. The order just jumped all over the place.
What is happening?
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
What
too.
color is it?
Oh,
He's in second now. Oh.
Just too many people are.
That first one looks like Parsons' freaking rap. Like it says shock therapy on it.
does it?
I thought it did.
Oh my God.
We're lagging.
Why is Drake going way wide all the time?
Oh, Drake's winning.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Is this
Nobody
just
got
just time?
passed. Is it hot lap? Oh, it is. It is sorting them up. Oh, this is warm up, guys. It says warm up.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
This is how you know we're not big circle track guys.
Maybe it's not actually warm up and they just had to do a warm up thing. I don't know, but it is sorting them off of lap time right now. It shows it on the
Okay.
side.
Got it.
Hey.
16.530 to a 16.535.
So as of right now, Drake Mateg,
0.005.
fastest time. I'm just waiting for Alex Fortune to come up and take that away from him. That's all
You
I'm
be
waiting
nice.
for.
Okay, you be
That's all
nice.
I'm waiting
Be
for,
nice.
dude. That's
right,
crazy,
have
man.
you
to
guys
take that away
heard-
from a child.
Let's talk about
Alex Fortune.
racing again.
Okay, yeah, but yep, there you go. If you guys aren't, go to MDI TV, YouTube, and check out the short course circle track race
Yeah.
tonight.
Pro 2 Dirt Slinger Series, it's called.
Put money on Jeffrey Latch to win.
Latch.
Yeah,
Latch.
To win.
Or Drake Matagi's looking pretty stout.
He'll take second.
Anyways, so have you guys heard about any tracks potentially making changes?
No.
I have not.
I thought I heard in the rumor mill that Anago was going to try to change again. I don't know that it actually is going to or anything like that, but I thought that's what I heard.
You know what they should do where like that big pond is? Take that pond out.
Where?
Shut up.
In the back?
Off turn 2.
So we can jump outside of it like we used to do back in the day?
Well, spoiler.
That's what they used to do.
I know. I was just gonna fuck with you. I remember being at Antigo that first time, man. I thought it was such a great track.
And I thought I heard somebody say that ERX was making a change, but I could be 100%
Fucking
wrong.
Berger, you're 100% right, dude.
100% wrong. Heidi would probably tell us.
We preached that for what, 2 years?
What?
I mean, we still do, but
Where are we at? Where are we at on here? I can hear.
Ben Berger.
There is a delay. Sorry, boys. I'll become better. This is the dash only.
Rules are rules.
Does it like practice? Can't do it.
Hey, can you
Do we talk about this?
can you turn my mic down?
Your mic
Yeah, turn it
all
off.
the way. Okay.
Oh. Don't put money on me. Jeffrey Latch in the chat. Don't put money on me. Your favorite was Ruit. Anago Phase 2. Somebody said
I don't know what Anago Phase
at the
2
banquet. Lena said they were trying to make changes, but I'm not sure if it'll happen. I also heard Lena like prior trying to make changes, like, but I don't know that that's gonna happen.
Do you know if they're gonna make the changes?
Or what kind of changes they would be making?
Lena had all kinds of ideas to make changes. They have multiple track maps already drawn. They have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't know that they have the manpower to make it happen anymore. And or are they gonna try? So I don't know. It was more when so anybody that kind of is on the board, obviously throughout it all, and knows that the Holchers were in on it and had a lot of equipment and stuff there, and then the Lena and the Holchers
Parted ways.
some of the Holchers, I guess.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, kind of parted ways. So I don't know what kind of manpower they have. If they still have equipment, I have no idea. So
Yeah.
I heard it talking about it, but I don't know if it's actually. It's always been rumors,
Yeah.
right? It's always been things they've wanted to do. Lena has always wanted to make some changes, make the track bigger.
Yep.
There's been a lot of different track maps in the works, kind of doing their thing, trying to figure out which way people wanted to go with it, and so on and so forth. So I don't know
Just run it backwards.
which way it's going to go. I would love to run it backwards.
I mean,
I
it'd be
think
quick and
every
easy.
track you can run backwards, you might as well. You turn the thing around, and it makes it feel like a whole new place.
Exactly.
Like you don't even feel like you're at the same place. So
Yeah. I think running backwards would be fine.
I think that would be pretty sweet. I think it'd be sweet coming out of turn one, like jumping back down.
Yes.
And then if you built like a big lip on it and made it like kind of gradual, we could jump out of the glory hole or the hell hole or whatever the heck they call it.
Yep.
Right? You're doing a right-hander through there. You could jump out, and if you put like a booter but like made it like a nice taper,
Oh, yep.
the lesser classes can jump up top, jump into it, boom, go
Yep.
over. The big truck classes will go rup, and then up and over and step up.
Yep.
Ooh.
I think that'd be so
I think
dope.
that would be cool.
I think that'd
Yeah.
be so dope. Like, I think there's a lot of good things that Lena could do backwards. So, is this our chat or their chat?
This is ours.
Oh, no, this is theirs. My bad.
This is the feature? Is that what you said?
No, this
Yeah.
is our chat on the side.
Oh, Jeffrey Latch. Yeah, Heat 2.
No, somebody said this is the features now.
Features are happening
Benny
now.
Hanna said Lena needs some changes, in my opinion. Features
Oh,
are
so
happening
there's,
it now. Oh, now we lost our chat.
Oh, my bad. Oh, we're just.
Okay, I found the post. In September 2024 year, Champ mentioned Anago was supposed to have phase 2 ready for 2025. I don't know. I know I heard that was a rumor, but I have no idea. Lena backwards would be fun, but it needs more usable lines. I mean, I don't know that it's any more or less usable than any other place.
Oh, that I guess
I
that's
feel like
a
it
good
passes
question.
pretty well.
How could you stop a track from being one-lined?
Less clay. I mean, I think everybody's leaning that way. I think, to me, it seemed like everybody went on this huge clay kick for the last 3 years, right?
Yep.
And now the last year and a half, everyone's been implementing sand, trying to break the clay up. I think a lot of people wanted less. A lot of tracks wanted less maintenance, and then they added all the clay, and then they realized that they got worse racing, and then they couldn't get water into the dirt, right? And then they got a lot of complaining. Like, I thought Bark River used to have some of the best racing, always had a really good cushion, was always a really racy track. And in the last couple of years, not last year, but prior years, when they added all the clay, it became more one line. Because the cushion, I mean, there was years that we were running against the fence in Cemetery because there was no cushion. I mean, it was only an inch or two thick from the very get-go, and then it just smoothed off, and then we didn't have anywhere to go because we don't race long enough nor have the tire since we went to DOT to race like okay, the track's going to rubber up in the bottom now we can go back to the bottom. You know what I mean? Like dirt tracks smooth off, they go burnt, and they go all the way up to the wall, and then they go back to the bottom. And then they do that again, and they start laying rubber, and then it changes. So it goes up and down, up and down. We don't race near enough laps or long enough or have enough cars or the tire to lay that rubber down that it really matters. That I think the biggest thing about making a race track more racy is having character. I think being able to have tri-slick smooth on the bottom, but yet a heavier cushion where we have a lane 3 to run on the cushion is something that's really important. Where, like I said, I think even Crandon will probably be one of the first ones to tell you they brought clay for how many years, and then now it's like, oh man, bringing sand back in to be able to manipulate the dirt. And I would say like Sundays at Crandon compare to every day at ERX these days. I mean, Crandon's come a long ways on Sunday during the fall run when they have the time to do it to compete. I think ERX holds a pedestal. They hands down have the best dirt, the best track maintenance. They run the water trucks, do the best job. They're really strict on what they do. And there's probably any racer out there that'll be like, oh, that place is unreal for the dirt, right? Like, it's not dusty. It ain't super wet. It's almost primo all the time.
So I think about that, when it comes to one line tracks or making a track more racy, right? Because you're like, okay, well, do the turns need to be wider? Do they need to be bigger? But it almost seems like when you do that, all the fluff gets pushed up, and then it just becomes like that's where you don't want to go. So how do you make a track? Is there like a certain width that a corner needs to be that still maintains a potential second line? So like I think about Lena, right? Because there's so much unused stuff up in the outside that if you end up out there, you get sucked up out there, and you're essentially all your momentum goes just out the fucking window. So it's like, does Lena, and it alludes to someone else's question and something that I think we discussed, is does Lena make that turn a little more square to push it out and get more track, where instead of it just being like a rounded kind of comeback, arrive back, You do it, and then you square it, or then you run along that fence line.
Yeah.
And then you turn it back this way, and then you have it go this angle, and then come back.
I think that would help.
It's a lot. I know it's a lot there, but
I know what you're saying. Like right now, we have a double apex turn, right? We all feed the bottom coming in. We float out to the middle at the middle of the turn, and then we hit the exit. We are trying to get tight on the exit. I think more important, it's just dirt. It's how you work the dirt, what you do with it, what dirt you're working with down there. That makes the biggest difference. You look at after the whoops at Lena, there ain't no dirt. I mean, there's dirt there, right?
Yeah.
But Pro 2s were literally smashing the wall on the outside because there was zero cushion.
Bob Brand.
None. This year, Bob Brandt wasn't there. Still Pro 2s hitting the wall. Pro Lights still hitting the wall.
Ricky G.
So I think it just comes down to dirt conditions. I think you want a little bit of everything. You can make that turn as long as you want, as wide as you want, or narrow as you want. And if you have no dirt and no cushion, they'll use the whole fucking track. If you have a heavy cushion and you make that turn 20 feet wide or 50 feet wide, the same 10 and a half feet are going to get used no matter what.
Yeah.
So
Do you make it more like banked, more flat, I guess? Because
you could like something that's more banked. It becomes more appealing to the eye, to somebody to want to maybe run up there.
Yeah.
But
So I guess that's the thing is like, is there a way that you can shape the turn at Lena to where you can run the outside and make it work?
Yep, you go back to the way Torque used to build the tracks, and when there's a dominant line, you put a single in it. Look at Anna go.
Yeah.
In the left-hander, what was the most dominant line? The inside was always the most dominant. Guess what? You put two rollers in it, you see people running both freaking lines all day long.
I think we talked about that, right? At that first year they went to Andy Go, we brought it up because everyone was going just the one line inside, and we were like, oh, they should do like a little bump or something to kind of deter, like there's got to be options here.
Yep.
And then sure shit, next year, the following year, it was like on the inside of turn one, and then on the infield, there was a little bump. And then obviously they switched it around to do backwards, which is great. But it's that little, it's just a little bit.
A little
that,
something.
Like, changes it.
And that's something that I think, not all tracks, but some tracks, are so stuck on is just the track layout that they had, right?
Yep.
And it's not that we're asking to change the layout, but there are little things like that you could do to make it that wouldn't be like a giant freaking change, right? You could easily go to adding little fingers places. You could go to not even in the turn, but banking turns, which banking turns isn't cheap because it uses a lot of freaking dirt.
Yep.
Right? You don't realize how much to bank a turn, the amount of dirt you got to use. Dirt ain't free unless you own a facility that has a ton of dirt and you can mine your own dirt and build it. Dirt ain't free, and it costs a lot to bring dirt in, right? And then to waste it on a berm. Not saying that it's a waste, but to go to this guy to like for say, go to your board and be like, hey, we need 15 grand for dirt, and we're gonna put a berm in this turn with 15 grand.
Yeah.
They're gonna go, yeah, bye.
It's like, how can we?
But a single doesn't take a ton of dirt, and it would deter people. They use them in motocross all the freaking time. Yep. Like, there's a lot of turns that bring back the turtle bumps. Do you guys remember that?
Dude,
Chicago.
No. Do you remember who came up with the turtle bumps? Mike Oberg used to always call them the freaking turtle bumps. But in a sense, like in Torque days, that they were very creative with the track, right?
Yes.
We used to have sections like on them small ovals that we could come out and there would be like 5 singles in a row.
Yeah.
Some people would go double. Some of us in the bigger classes would triple. Some people would go single, double.
We tried
Like,
that at Anigo. Didn't go too well.
well, Anago
No,
had the
just
same
kidding.
whoops that were always there. But anyways, within reason, right? And they were always ones that would change a single. They would always add a single. If one line was super dominant, add a roller in the middle of the turn. They'd go out there, freaking scrape up the cushion, roll that thing in there.
Yep.
Right? It don't need to be huge. It don't need to be anything crazy, but it makes you branch out to the outside. Makes another race line. I think that's where we lack a little. We could do better as a whole, as a track, as a series, as racers. And this probably comes down to the racers whining less, right?
Yeah.
Let the track make a change. We all race the same track. If the track ain't great, so who cares? At the end of it, we say it ain't great, but we're all there to race. We're going to run the same track that day, that weekend. And if we didn't like it, let them change it for the next week, the next year, or the next time we go back there. Let's make a change again. But I think they're all so scared to make a change because everybody squeals when one change gets made, right? Like, okay, I get it. You took away their favorite line. But guess what? It now gave us 2 lines in that turn.
Yep.
I mean, I think Anago has an awesome freaking in that left-hander that's hands down predominantly inside dominant. The UTV classes, still everybody goes over the 2 singles, right? Every now and again, the outside will get worked in. Then as the classes get faster, they start moving.
Yep.
All right, now we got people running the inside and the outside. Pro 4, I was going to round 1 and over the next one. People are getting creative. That made that turn the opportunity to be creative. And I'm not saying like this as in Bark River in particular, anyone, but I'm just saying for an example, throwing it out there. Bark River, we've had the same right-hander in front of the field, in front of the spectators forever, right? And it's been so dominant coming into it on the inside.
Yep.
Don't even put the single in the turn, but coming into the turn, put a little roller on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, to like check them up before they get
Well,
there?
I mean, a lot of us are going to go around it, right? A lot of us are going to go around it. And there's even times that a lot of us set up way on the outside of every turn, right? We're all going to come in by the wall coming into this particular turn. I'm not saying any turn indirectly, but a lot of tracks, we all set up at the same spot, right?
Yep.
What if you put a roller on the outside?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? You're coming in. Okay, well, now it's going to make us go, should we try this line instead? And some days the roller's going to be better, and some days it's not. Anago is one of the few tracks that has rollers, but for example, because it's easier to just use their track in particular because it's an oval, we all enter by the wall every turn, right?
Yep.
Like coming off the oval and that left-hander, we're all way up by the wall. What if there's a roller 10 feet before we start to rotate so it doesn't get all chewed up? Like you jump off that single and you land like right into a next one. Do you think a bunch of us would start going to the bottom? Some classes, yes. Some classes, no. Like,
Yeah,
there's little things you could experiment with that would make the track better, but we all as drivers have to be open-minded about it.
I agree. Like with Bark River, a lot of how that I call it the zigzag section goes is very contingent on how you set up, right? You come off of the start, right? And it's almost like you come off, right? You work this, you work that, you work that, you work that, and then it's like you work that.
Right.
It's all.
It's a connection.
It's a connection.
Yep.
But if you disrupt it,
You lose a bunch of time.
you lose a bunch of time, or you create racy lines.
Yep.
'Cause, I mean, I think about when Corey Winter, dude, he had the opportunity to just fucking clean out Mickey. And of course, you know, Corey, being Corey, nice guy, afraid to put his nose in it, did the right thing and didn't clean him out. But
I did the right thing.
But if Mickey had that roller on the outside, who knows how that race would have ended up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wholeheartedly agree with adding just a little bit of something to kind of change up maybe those racy lines or those connection lines like a Bark River or like an Andigo. I mean,
Yeah.
again, I think it's cool because, again, it becomes one line when it's just like, here's the most efficient way out, or, you know, into the turn, which is great, which is ideally what you're supposed to do. But if you disrupt it a little bit, okay, well, how are these drivers going to adapt to that?
Yeah.
How are we going to make it better? How's the racing going to end up?
Yeah. So,
Again, I'm not a racer, so I'm glad you said something like that, too, that at least
yeah,
alludes to it.
and at the end of the day, we're a show. Do we want sponsors? Yes. How are we going to get sponsors? We need eyes. How do you get eyes? Have a freaking bomb-ass show. That's how you get eyes. Justin, we call him Big Dummy, one of my favorite big guys, my favorite UP guy. ended up
One of
On
your
a-
favorite big guys, right?
Yeah, one of them. On a wagon with him in the UP one time. Freaking became homies ever since then. He's asking about bringing back the land rush at Bark River.
I didn't
do
even
you
know
guys
they
think?
had a land
I didn't know
rush.
that
What do
either.
you mean?
You didn't know that?
What are you guys talking about?
Where
I
the billboards
started.
are?
I
That
did-
used to be the whole shot.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
He just
Yeah.
said he don't know it either.
No, you gotta think that me and Lyle were never really big into
my
the sport
God,
until we started.
fucking
Okay, so where the
loose now.
billboards are,
Yeah.
we used to
Yeah.
start right in front of them and whole shot into turn one.
Same turn?
Same
Like,
turn.
turns have been there
Exact
forever?
exact same.
Holy fuck, that's scary.
That's cool, though.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
We're
why'd
going
they
to have to
take it
play
away?
dirt.
But
they
his-
still have it in dirt.
So to hit on his thought, I personally don't think land rush is great for the sport other than somewhere like Crandon, because Crandon gives us a long time to separate, right? And there's jumps and there's stuff to like get funneled in.
And there's not a 180-degree turn.
I mean, yeah. But Bark River, I just think it was too short. I think it was too
Okay.
short and too like, to give you a good example, do you ever see a short Supercross start work good?
No.
No,
Never
not
works.
really.
There's
For
always
the
a pile up.
fans.
Yeah, but they have 40, they have 40 riders. We have fucking 8 trucks.
Yeah.
What if they did it 6 wide and they did different rows? Would that matter?
That would help.
Because
yeah.
here's the thing: is like
yeah,
Bark
if you made
River,
it as wide as the track,
because
maybe.
that was the problem with the Bark River Land Rush is they would
Yes,
just be like,
we'd
hey,
all
man, let's
funnel
throw all of them.
in. Dude, it was just a smash
it's
fest.
10, 12 wide, but
Smash
you see
fest.
where that turn
What
goes.
if you only did like 3 wide?
Have you ever seen 3 wide go into that? Once, maybe? But you're
Maybe
you're trying
3
to get
wide.
12 into it.
Yeah, but 3 wide and then we'll just say 3
Well,
rows.
here's the thing. You know 4,
Yeah.
5, and 6 are going to bitch out, right? So it's like,
Yeah, but like 3 wide, that would give you the people.
or 4 wide?
Yeah,
Or 12
I
wide?
think no. I think
Or what about having the land rush start in the cemetery,
no,
in that big field,
no,
going into Taco Bell?
no, no.
Dude, you don't
No.
know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
okay?
I highly disagree with you.
Here's
Suzanne.
the thing is,
You're just
No.
being a
you
Debbie
don't-
Downer now.
You don't
You
have
stop.
a finger.
You stop.
Debbie Downer.
You stop.
You don't have a
You
finger on the
stop.
pulse of the people.
Yeah.
You stop.
We are
You
fans.
stop.
We are fans. That's
Okay.
what we want.
All right, fans.
So much depth.
All right, fans. We can do that.
That would be sick.
We can do that. But you get to pay the first bill
Okay. Hey.
First bill.
of every hole shot for the weekend.
Well, what if the first whole shot goes
no,
good?
there's no what ifs. No.
No.
We will do it. But if it happens, every person that gets wrecked off that jump brings you to first bill, and you got to pay for it. If you're that confident in it, that's the deal.
I feel like we could do a fundraiser.
Yes.
You better fucking get a lot of people.
Or you know where they have the big gap by the TV stand? You have them do that in the zigzag before the jump.
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I
right
do
now,
that.
But
I definitely put money on that. Boom.
anyways, now that that's out of there, bring it back. Just kidding. That would be sick. Just watch Revival and like the staggered land rush. You could do a staggered land rush.
No, you might as well just roll it then at that point. Lame. Get out of here, hawkers.
So if they're not crashing, you don't want it.
He's like, but for the fans. Think of the children.
yes.
Think of the children.
Children want to
Yes.
see
Crazy
carnage.
Joe.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Le Mans style.
Here's a good question. What do you think Mike Oberg is doing right now?
Pumping shitters.
Pumping what?
Shitters.
That was a quick
Shitters?
answer.
That was his business. That's his business.
Really?
That's his business, and he used to always brag about it. Like, no matter what happens, people keep shitting, so I got business.
Damn.
Damn,
Smart
man.
businessman.
Yep.
Yep.
Love that.
100%. 100%.
You know, Mike
'Kay.
Oberg was definitely
JG,
a
JG,
character.
fresh in off the text. JG says, so if you didn't know,
Land rush.
you're
will
going to
work.
know. Nope. I can probably tell you he ain't about the fucking land
I
rush.
bet you would be.
He's old now.
Yes.
He
He's
said,
old
so
now.
if you didn't know, I don't know for statistically exactly 100% facts. I'm pretty sure I was told that at Crandon on race day during the points races, I was not allowed to run Starlink because I was giving out free footage that people could go on and watch for free and not have to be on Flow. Where Sunday at Crandon, we are allowed to run Starlink. I ran Starlink.
Yeah.
A handful of us ran Starlink.
Yep.
I have Starlink. And I would love to run it all year long. I would fucking run it for free for everybody all year long. Right? The first thing would be, can we?
My question is it in the rule book that says you can't?
It's not in the rule book. It's in their
Exactly.
contract with Flow.
Yeah, but you guys aren't contracted with Flow.
Okay, but we're under the umbrella of I'm sure somewhere in something that you sign up, Flow's going to sue somebody.
No.
You don't think so?
You don't think so?
I say go for it.
Yeah, because you ain't the one getting in trouble.
You won't get in trouble. Guarantee it.
Anyways,
and then Mike Rushi comes on.
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Mike, hang on. Mike Rushi, we need some clarification.
Yes, there we go.
Please get some clarification for us.
Yes.
If we can run Starlink, the fans would love it. The people would love it.
We'll put Flow Racing in the...
No,
Always
I
better
probably
to ask
won't, but
for
forgiveness.
and
Yeah.
permission.
Well,
Yes.
guess what? If it happens one time, then it stops. But anyways, what Johnny G said, if we could get Starlink approved, that you could have on like your fantasy app, all the links where people would be able to pick their favorite Pro 2 or Pro 4 driver, and you could sell sponsors on that app, and you could pick your driver to watch through the whole race on your phone.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
Yes, it would be.
Dope is dope.
Right? Like you could sell my Starlink channel. Hey, we have C Degree Starlink channel right here, and you could have a sponsor on it, and it could be the title of that one.
So it'd be like Sky Sports. So then you would just like be like, hey, $5 premium. Pick your favorite driver.
Yeah,
and
you could
watch
you
them.
could do that. You could do a lot
Like
of
Sky
different
Sports.
things.
$5. Watch anything and everything you've ever wanted.
Implement the Starlink to the live stream. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, I want $1 million too, JD. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not gonna fucking happen.
There's a million things that we potentially could do, but we're trying to be constructive. Trying to be constructive around here, folks. But yeah, so
think
that
that'd be
would be
cool.
I
sweet.
think the Starlink thing would be a hit.
I think the Starlink thing would be a hit too,
Yes.
and
So
and
run
it isn't near as expensive as it used to be. You can get the Starlink Mini now, the Mini, which is a lot cheaper.
Wasn't Keegan just texting about
Yes.
that?
It's up to 100. It's up to 100 miles an hour supposedly.
100
So,
megabytes.
okay, so you don't need to.
So 95%, 98% of the time it'll be fine. Other
Except for
than
in
like
turn one.
a 2% of Pro 4s at turn 1 on the correct day that the
And
track is
Tito.
good.
See, that's where...
And
that's
Tito
where-
on his feet. We're going to strap one to his back, and he might be glitching.
Too much Tito for speed.
Tito, full
Yep.
throttle. Turn
Yep.
one.
Tito throttle. Full.
Yep.
Throttle.
So
I think that would work. I mean, that
I
would be
think
a
so,
big
too.
big hit. I mean, I watch it for hammers.
yeah, I mean, I watched a handful of them on Hammers too.
Yeah.
Just being able to jump around.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite driver, man, blew up, man, at Hammers. It was just ridiculous. So it's like
Eric
I
said,
kind of
screw the
felt
land
like
rush, bring us back out on the road at Bark River. That was pretty sick.
I feel like I would have wasted my money
What?
at Hammers if I would have like bought to watch my favorite driver and then for him to just blow up right away.
Who blew up? I didn't blow up, and I ain't your favorite, so I know
You
that.
stop it. I said at Hammers. I didn't say of all time.
I guess Kyle Cheney did break his 2 axles right away.
Yeah, no, I watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of was really wanting to. No, but I think
yeah.
that was cool though when they hit the road at Bark River. But
I
I
also
get
think that
why
was sweet.
why
yeah.
they stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
Bro, what do you know?
Dude, do I need to bring out my Xbox 360, dude?
My Xbox 360.
Have you never played that game?
Yeah, but only Crandon.
Did anybody just watch me miss my mouth? No? All right, good
At,
deal.
at Bark River, they still have the land rush. At
Oh, I
Bark
didn't even
River.
hardly spill anything.
And when you hit the outside, you can get to the outside, and when your tires hit the road, you can hear it go. And then
Freaking Rick Huseman used to
comes
be
off.
way out there on the road.
oh yeah.
But yeah,
Hey, way to go, Jeffrey.
boys,
Bat-
battle
bat-
my way
bat-
back to
battle the
5th
way. Hey.
from
That's what I'm
10.
talking
Hey.
about.
Let's go.
Yes, 5th. Top
Hey,
fives here.
MDI TV, go check it out.
Yep.
That's right.
Racing short course on circle tracks right,
That's right.
now.
We only sponsor 5 and up.
Yep.
Yep. Nothing.
5 and up.
Yep.
Nothing less.
Top 5 and up, because if You took 6th. Guess what? Get him out.
Get him out. Get him out.
Get him out.
Get him out. Get him out.
Done
But
with it.
No, Starlink. I think Starlink would be badass. Or
I think it's a no-brainer.
yeah.
Yep.
I think it's a
I
no-brainer.
mean, they.
And you know what?
The thing is, they
If
have
Flo
to.
don't want it, get him out.
Yep.
We all
Yes.
want him gone
It's
anyways.
just the
I'm
next
sorry to tell you,
evolution
but
of entertainment.
yeah,
and
you
TV.
gotta stay with it.
Yes.
It's just the adaptation of it.
Like, how do you?
Adaptation of Puerto Rico.
Can I guess I don't even know. Can you legally, like, take it away from your drivers, from broadcasting on their own?
They could go liability.
Liability of what?
Because if it falls off, it's not a part of your race truck, technically.
Yeah, it is. It's bolted on.
Yeah.
Oh
but
no,
it's
no!
not.
What they can? Well, they can
No,
go.
I'm saying
what they
from,
try to
like,
do. What they try to do on
from
Friday.
from a vision person.
On Saturday, where they said that you guys could go into your truck and switch parameters.
That is what we
Who
heard too.
cares? What am I gonna change? I race. You leave it in
I don't know.
Pro
That's
4.
what they
We have
said.
no rules.
I don't know why you're.
We have like very minimal rules. So I don't know what I'm gonna change in Pro 4.
Stop yelling at me.
And honestly, if they
I
did,
know, you
if they
sound
did
like-
any research, I guess maybe a Pro 2 could technically maybe log in and up in like raise their RPM or something. I don't know if they have an RPM.
Yeah,
I haven't
I
been in
don't.
Pro 2 in a long time, but maybe they could do that. But then if you pulled their data after the race, you would know, unless they're thinking like this guy's going to go on there when the race ends, he's going to clear the data
Yep.
so that they can't see if they were cheating. But it's easy. If the data ain't there, either are you. Get them out.
Get him
Get
out.
them out. Get them out. Hey, you guys hear that? You guys hear
Here's the
that
deal.
tone? You guys hear that tone in the beginning of that? Mm-hmm. That's the way he sounded at Bark River towards me.
When he told you couldn't do it?
Yes.
Yep.
You're still crying, bro.
Because you hear that.
You were
tone.
mean.
Here's the
That,
deal.
that was
You were mean.
that was
Here's the
trauma
deal.
based right
Here's
there.
the deal.
Trauma.
Here's the deal. Anybody that knows a lot about data,
Which,
You
not
could-
us.
which is not either three of you.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
Maybe him.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah,
he probably
works
don't know
at-
shit
he
about
works at
Ames
the
data
Minnesota
or
Medical-
Motec data or how they log or what they do.
Revolutions per minute, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So, if they're worried about somebody altering the data, they have way bigger fish to fry because people can already set and maybe some know, maybe some don't, and a whole bunch of people are probably gonna be like, yeah, you cheat, that's why you do it. Well, guess what? No class I run has an RPM limit or anything like that on it. So nor do I have a turbo or a boost limit or anything like that. So it ain't about me. But you can make say Pro 2 has an RPM limit. I don't know if they do. Maybe somebody in the chat. I don't know if Keegan's watching. Somebody can tell us some rules about Pro 2.
Fuck Keegan.
If they have an RPM limit, they can make the parameters of the RPM log what it needs to log no matter what. Right?
Yep.
They can make it at 1,000 RPM only reading 750. Right? So say the RPM limit is 8600, it can run to 8750 and it's going to read 8600 because they altered the graph on how it, like from 0 to 100, right? Instead of one reading 1, it reads 0.75.
It's not calibrated.
Yes, correct. You can alter the calibration on it, right? So you can
Damn.
do that across the board. The same with in the turbo class. If it says you can only run 10 pounds of boost, you can make sure it only ever says 10 pounds of boost. You can run fucking 50, and it's only going to show 10 pounds of boost, right? So if you're worried about somebody logging into it on the internet, and because you have Wi-Fi on it and driving around and clearing the data or something like that, you got way, way bigger things to worry about. If they're running, if this person's smart enough to do that, they're probably smart enough to make it graph what it needs to graph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
And
then on
it's
top of
pretty
that-
easy to say if you don't have the data,
Well, then how
You're
does
just- you're
how does
DQ'd.
NASCAR do it, or how does F1 do it?
The funding to be able to read all of their
Well, you know what I
data,
mean, though.
like-
But
well,
that's
they
what
do
I-
it. They do it all
live
live.
data.
Yeah, they do it live though. That's what I mean. Like, so
I
why
think-
can't we do it? We're like we have such a small niche of a program.
I
why
don't
can't
know.
We do that?
I'm going to be straight up. I don't know anybody in our program, maybe other than Jimmy, that would spend the money that even gives a shit what it's doing live anyways. As a driver, I don't read the dash. I don't really care what it's doing. In to go back on that, Jimmy runs an unlimited class. He can run whatever RPM he wants. He can run anything other than traction control, right? And what do you, I guess potentially you could try to like turn it on and off. Well, I'm here to tell you, Jenkins had traction control 10 years ago already. Tried it. We all heard it. We all saw it. It don't work on dirt anyways.
Yep.
Because
the fence.
no, that's not what happened. But our track is way too different. One spot has grip, one spot doesn't. How are you going to make the traction control work everywhere?
Yep.
You're not.
Gotcha.
We just don't run on a consistent enough surface that it would really work. Like it would take. I don't know that that would ever be beneficial. So I don't know what they're really scared of, other than in like pro spec.
Other than getting views.
Well, I guess. Other than a handful of things, I don't know what they would really be worried about that's really going to make a difference. You know,
Let them do it.
So let them do it.
Other than it being
well, I'm
not
sure Flow
approved.
I'm sure Flow is going to say, what if 20% of people just watch their free thing and they don't buy our thing? Now we're paying you for what?
Yeah.
Is it true? Is it not?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the reason I would think that they would be against it.
Yep.
MDI TV.
Why'd you let
Yeah, why
Chad
did you,
get fourth
Jeffrey?
from you?
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Damn, you had fourth and you let it slip away.
Damn. Pulled right out from underneath you.
Calling you out.
Right in front of your sponsors too for the night.
Fuck. Damn. You know what? I think we need to rediscuss our sponsorship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Pull it out.
Tomorrow.
Sponsor-
Pull out.
We need a conference call tomorrow.
Pull
Conference
out.
call.
Pull out.
Pull
Pull
out.
out.
Pull out.
Jeffrey Latch, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. MDI. No, thank you, MDI TV,
For
for allowing us
Yes.
to do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was cool.
Yes.
That's sweet. Yeah.
But so Mike Oberg, damn.
Pump it shitters.
So that's what Matt Gerald was saying. No to the land rush.
What does he know? No, just kidding.
he goes pumping shitters and hitting turtle bumps.
Yep. 100%.
You know, and I mean this in the best way possible. Matt Gerald, CJ Greaves, nerds of the sport in that capacity of things.
Which sport?
Who is?
What sport?
Short course
Matt
or
Gerald and
RC?
you. Yeah,
RC?
short course.
Oh.
As far as it goes, like me, like I'm just a fan of it. I don't know all the things that you guys know. I wish I did, but I don't. I know statistics, but that's about it.
In
Love watching it.
prospect, do you think that the Ram has more power?
As far as the Chevy motor, probably.
There's only one engine in the class.
Yeah, Chevy. Well, I think that's what he's trying to.
What's the Ram? Is it what?
Maybe the Dodge Ram.
Yeah, but what Ram engine?
Maybe
You're
the
saying like
Hemi.
the V8 engine? Yeah, it's got way more power
Or
than
does he mean Ram like Air Ram?
Mopar.
No, I think he means like the Ram carbureted engine is my guess.
I don't know.
But yes, I wouldn't race the two together. But so back to the Starlink.
But
I
no,
think you
do
just
it.
say okay, it's allowed in 2 classes.
Yes.
Oh, start
Right.
out.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
start out small.
Honestly, if you're racing pro light, pro buggy, any other class, no offense, should you really be spending the money on it anyways? It's your money, and you want it now, spend it however you want. But let's be real. If we're gonna allow it in some classes, let's start with the 2 most elite classes.
Would you do it?
I already have one. I've already done it. I still have it sitting there.
Oh, okay. My bad. Stop. See, you guys?
Yeah,
See how
I was
that
just
is?
about to say, why are you yelling?
Yeah.
Bro,
Hey, we love you.
I know. We do love you.
I love you guys too. Now that we all just had a moment, let's get the heck out of here.
But no, I think that would be great though to be able to utilize that on the app as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be sick.
But again, that could be one way to garner more attention for the app. But I also get it from the Flow perspective. You know, as far
Yeah, I
as
mean,
it
if
being
Flow's paying Champ to have them on there, and then you're letting someone stream it for free,
that's where a partnership comes in. You know what I mean?
oh, you're gonna pay Flow.
partnership?
You're gonna pay Champ too.
Because there isn't a partnership at that point. It's just CJ running the Starlink on his truck
You know,
to a
dude,
link to his.
we could get into the weeds as far as like terms and conditions and legalities as far as what you're able to show during the race. Like, are there policies, procedures,
Where you
I
going?
would be here.
rules as far as what you're able to show? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't speak for him, but these are the things that I'm starting to think of. Is that if we are showcasing, like, again, let's say he has the Starlink, and we're like, hey, log on to our app, we're showing this, we are taking away from Flow TV. Does Flow have the exclusivity to all Champ Off-Road streaming and broadcasting?
But where Champ can knock it is that the whole they could log in and
Yeah, but also then does that mean can Champ say, hey, it's out of our control? That's what they decide to do. But again, I don't know if there's rules that say when you sign up and agree to race Champ that all of your image and likeness is specifically for their
Back
stream.
bitches.
yeah. I don't know.
I missed all of that.
I guess again we have our tester do it. First round of Wheatland.
Yeah, we could have our tester.
Because we all know if they dock him or whatever, they're like, hey, we're gonna put you in last. Like he's gonna come back and win anyways. You know what I mean?
We do a throwaway round, possibly.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
You can still get no points and still win the points championship, right?
For one weekend.
I ain't talking to Jeffrey, man.
Right?
I mean, I DNF both races at Lena.
Oh yeah, he
There
did.
we go.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, we got it. Hey, we're going live.
Hey,
Maybe
Isn't
third
Flo-
and fourth.
isn't Flo Isn't Flo done after this season? I thought I heard that on Tito Time with Ryan. Wait,
Unfortunately,
did I move one of those cameras?
I think that was when you moved the table.
Oh,
I saw it too.
on the screen?
yeah.
that was wild.
Unfortunately, I believe that was Ryan Beats' opinion. That wasn't necessarily facts.
Oh, pull him up!
Put them up.
I hope the fans at home get used to that and then they start doing it.
Yeah. when they
It's
start,
kind of addicting.
it's like
It
when they
is a
start
little
speaking
bit.
out of their ass, there's like, because same. Yep.
Just go like that.
Yep. Like, hey, Tito, I heard you're gay.
Your mom thinks so too. Shit.
Fuck.
If you had to
Shoots. Let me know. Lucky shot could use a break from the pro buggy. I mean, how long does it take you to get there? We can end this shit right now.
Yeah.
Do we have to wear our party attire or no?
No, I'd probably wear the hat since I don't have the. Dude, this
No.
thing's so blown out now. Look at how
So are you. It's
blown
okay.
out this is.
It's all ripped in the bit.
Well, this hat's junk.
I think
Damn.
that went through easier than you thought, huh?
Yes, it didn't come out as easy.
Damn. Whoa. It didn't arrive out.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, guys. Well,
Shit,
before
there was
we
a question
end,
I wanted to ask you.
we'll ask it. While I
Ask
look
it.
up some stats here.
Someone.
It was something Mike Oberg related, or I wanted to ask like
Steve Hawker
Like,
says 10 minutes.
what
10
what
minutes?
what are they doing now?
I mean,
like,
we
what do you
could
think they're
go.
doing now?
We could go. We could be there. We could be there in 5.
like I thought of like old drivers. Like, what do you think they're doing now? Now that they're not racing.
we said he's pumping shitters.
living their best lives.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Oberg was like one. I think of like, okay, Steve Barlow. Like, what's Steve Barlow doing?
Probably
living
not
life.
building race cars. Sold everything.
Damn.
Because damn.
What do you think Scott Douglas is doing?
Trying to be relevant in the sport.
Driving his rig somewhere for Amsoil.
What do you think Carl Rennezener is doing?
Probably chasing his kids to ski competitions. Pretty sure he's got 1 or 2 that are really, really good at downhill skiing.
There you
Really?
go.
Yeah.
What do you
pretty
think
sure.
Mike Jenkins is doing? Cheating.
It wasn't me. I didn't say it.
It was me.
It wasn't me. It was the one-eyed
It
man.
wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Yeah. Chad Horde. Chad Horde's logging. Yep.
Yep.
Chad Horde. He's
Yep.
logging.
What about
Who else we got?
What do you
Ooh.
think Matt Gerald's
Yeah,
doing?
what do you think Matt Gerald is doing?
Watching the podcast. probably wrenching on a toy car.
Or Mikey Vandenheuvel.
Mikey Vandenheuvel is probably
putting gel in his hair still?
probably not. What time? It's he's probably not in the shop at 9:30. He's probably at home. I'm pretty sure he's married and has a wife, so
What
probably at home with the wife.
about that bum?
I like this.
Bum from Bark River.
Kyle Kleiman. He's for surely at home with the wife.
No,
Thank
he's
you.
putting in
Probably-
overtime
No, he's not.
at the
mill?
factory.
The mill.
At the mill?
For,
Taylor
Yep.
Swift.
No,
So
Matt
for the
Cook?
next
So-
Taylor Swift
so
concert.
Hunter
No.
could go to Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, he's not at the. Well, does he work nights at the mill?
Yeah, he
Yes,
does.
he does.
Swing shift.
Oh.
He works overtime.
Matt Cook, he's probably in jail. Kevin Probst, I think, runs the body shop still.
He calls him Matt Cook's in jail. You
And-
know he fucking ripped someone off, man. That guy's got fraud written all over him.
And Kevin Probst's son, Ryan, was racing for
Ooh.
Lucas Oil, like some like dirt oval, like a wingless something or another for a little while
Who
there.
are the Arkansas guys?
So he's probably still running the bobbin shop.
Probst. Wow. I haven't
That's my
heard that
guess
name
on
in
Kevin
forever.
Probst. Yeah, you guys just keep feeding me names. I could probably give you a pretty good idea.
Marty Hart.
Yeah,
Marty
the Hearts.
Hart?
The Hearts.
Oh, that's tough. Marty Hart, I think they own their own glass. Is it glass business?
Who you asking around?
Yeah, we don't know.
Something like that.
What about?
Andy's a grandpa now.
What?
What about Ross
Yeah.
Hook?
Who, Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Ross Hook? Oh, he's probably scuba
Ross
diving.
Hook.
Scuba
Yeah,
diving.
Ross
diving.
Hook got a bunch of got some property somewhere else and started scuba diving and
Living life.
traveling, and he owns a machine shop.
He brought the hand cooks.
I'm pretty sure
To the
he
cooks.
sold his machine shop and then acquired it back. So he's probably running that again. Al Drews, fucking buried 9 feet
Wow.
down.
Wow.
Damn.
Did he?
I don't know. Bradley
Ooh,
Morris.
Bradley Morris.
Bradley Morris just did a desert race,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and then he runs that core series, and still runs a Pro 2.
Hey, what about you guys' favorite Pro 4 driver?
RJ?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you meant like Rick
Oh,
Johnson.
damn it. He's
Rick
asking us
Johnson.
for footage.
Pro
Adrian?
4?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's still racing or not
Yeah,
racing?
he wanted to build that diesel Pro 4.
Oh, fucking Robbie Woods?
Yeah, Robbie Woods. There you go.
There you
Thank you.
go.
Robbie Woods?
Thank you.
I don't know.
Still trying to serve?
Probably writing up a fucking message on Instagram to post on his picture.
Still got dry hair? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Try hair out, is it?
He's got
Only-
crusty old fucking blonde hair. You ever see his hair?
Yeah, but I think it's about all falling out.
Doug Mateg.
Dougie?
Dude.
Dougie is probably Steve Federico.
Wow.
he says.
Steve
Steve Federico. The
Federico.
last I remember him, he was running a Pro Light. I think a Nissan Pro Light. I think he was part of that Nissan Pro Light program with Chris Brandt was on it for a little while, and then so was
Was Steve
Art Schmidt.
Federico the one
Art
that
Schmidt.
was smoking cigs right before the race?
I don't know about that.
I
But
think
hang on,
that's what
hang on.
Keegan said.
Where were we?
Dougie,
Dougie's probably well either at home with the wife or he's welding cars together because
You think he's going to make babies?
from what I know he
Yeah, she's
is super
Oh, is
busy.
she?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's super busy. But if she's pregnant, he's probably at home.
Call him up.
Okay, Federico. I have no idea what Federico's doing. The
Annexation of
last
Federico.
time I thought Steve Federico, I think he had part ownership in some graphics company. Do you guys hear that? Am I
Yeah. No,
you
I
can hear it
that.
too?
Yep.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's like fuzzy in my ears. Anyways, so Federico, I think he had something to do with that. Kent Bradshaw, I think he's got like nephews that run the mud bogs with some old Pro 4 chassis of ours. And so I don't know what Kent's doing himself. He's probably kicking his feet up.
Do you remember what number Kent Brashaw was?
8.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Ooh,
Keith
Benoit
Steele.
Senga.
Keith Steele.
It's a good one.
Keith Steele.
Keith Steele is outliving his life.
Yes, he is.
After that crash on the backstretch of Crandon, you know damn well he's out here trying to get
Keith
every ounce
Steele?
of life.
Crashed on the backstretch at Crandon?
So, okay, he hit Oh, what's
I'm
his
not
name?
gonna lie, I don't remember the last time Keith Steele raced.
Keith Steele.
He's probably one that.
smoked the fuck out of, who is it? Number 91.
Oh,
Can't remember, is it Pro
Kyle
Cheney?
Cheney.
No, the knockoff version of Kyle Cheney.
The knockoff version?
Yeah, he was a Pro 2 driver. I can't remember his name. Anyway, dude, Keith Steele smoked the shit out of this guy. Thought he basically put him down. Andrew Cadell.
Roger Cadell just reached out to me recently asking if I wanted to be a part of.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said Federico was ripping cigs before my first pro light race.
That's what Keegan was saying. He's like, dude, everyone be strapped in. They're like, all right, 5 to go. Federico would still be out there hitting them 6, man. They're like, all right. They'd fucking line him up, and he'd go,
Oh, Nick Tyree.
boom, boom. Oh, Nick Tyree. That's his
hang
name.
on. It's
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
That's the
That's
guy
who you're
who,
talking about.
yeah.
About died from
Keith Steele.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh,
Did Keith Steele have a monster deal for a little while?
yeah.
In
He
a
still
Pro
does.
2
He still
races.
does.
Does
Still
he?
races, yeah.
Does he race?
Keith Steele?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the wrong Steele.
Cameron
Yeah.
Steele?
Oh, I'm
You're
thinking of
thinking
Cameron
Cameron
Steele.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Keith Steele was I think with Mitch. I think Mitch Dorr went under his,
Oh, what
his
happened to him?
awning for a little while, but Mitch Dorr still races. But hang on. Andrew Cadell, the last I remember, he went back to racing pavement Ford Mustang series. I haven't heard nothing about that. Samuel Hubinette, I think, came from drifting, but I do know that I've watched some drifting and I haven't seen it in a long time. And he was from overseas and he ran with Mopar, and
I got a good
that's
one.
how he got brought into it. Nick Tyree
I think
owns a
they're-
big
I think they're
construction
answering.
company.
They're answering Tito's.
Yeah, the guy that
No, I
doing
know,
it.
but
What?
while they're going, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go down the line.
Oh, okay, nice.
Nick Tyree, they own a big construction company of some sort. I think
Alright, hit us
his
up for
stepdad.
content.
I think his stepdad or something like that owned a big concrete or construction of some sort. Dambedo, oh man,
That's what, dude. What a name drop.
wow.
You want to?
Sporty 2
I was
hero.
gonna say you want to talk
Sporty
about
2 hero,
Sporty
man.
2 legend.
Legend, Sporty 2
You want to talk
legend.
about all-time goat? Sporty 2, Dan Bedeau.
I mean, is
I
he
was just
better?
gonna
Is he
say
better
that.
than Ben Wanasega?
You know what? As much as I love Ben
you want to
Wanasega,
bring some
yeah,
shit up?
Yeah, as
Let's
much as
bring
I
some shit
love
up.
Ben Wanasega, Dan Bedeau, proven time and time again. The 217 was
Randy
out there.
Eller, he's for
crushing
surely
it.
still trying to sell a pro light chassis.
Eric
What about-
Ruppel.
What
Wow.
about Brian D?
Hey, Brian Deegan, you know where he is at?
No.
Dude just got out of Alabama, man, and the toughest part of it was
Okay.
the only reason he was in
Time out.
Alabama.
Do you think Deegan's thing was true or was it fake?
True.
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 I think it's fake.
That, you
And
think
I'll-
everything is
No,
fake?
no, no. I'll give you
Yep.
the stats.
Thank
I'll give you the
you.
stats.
Hey, did you see my my post? My
no,
graphic?
I didn't. But I'll give you the stats behind it.
You didn't see the Mona Lisa in the back?
No, I
You
didn't see
that?
that.
Mona
No.
Lisa's in the background.
It's all
I'll give you
fake.
some stats. This is why I think it's fake. One, when was the last time you saw somebody get booked in an orange jumpsuit? You can go on Green Bay Crime Reports, any crime report thing on there all day long, and every one of them have fucking regular street clothes on when they're mugshot. When was the
Yep.
last time you've seen somebody in an orange jumpsuit?
Yeah, but he's in Florida, bro.
Casey Anthony.
I'm just saying, okay?
Fucking
And then,
Casey
and then
Anthony.
the dude got pulled over for street racing,
Yeah.
technically speeding, right? For a $1,000 bail.
Felony,
And then, so at a $1,000 bail, can he technically he can't leave the state? Well, guess what? He was at Supercross, no problem. And then
He was
not 3 days later. Guess what? They already have shirts made of the merch drop of his mugshot on it. And in his mugshot, it doesn't that thing doesn't have any writing on it, no nothing. No background of like it's in like a perfect background, like he's right behind something freaking across the board.
Collar button-up jumpsuit. Chum said.
A collared button-up
Damn, bro,
jumpsuit.
don't do this to me.
I'm telling you,
don't do
go
this.
back and look at
They
it
just
all.
made
And
millions
then-
off
and
merch
now,
off
now
this
he
shit.
made
Off
merch.
some bullshit,
They've
yeah.
had all this stuff. He blew up. He literally owned the internet in motorsports for the last 5 days.
Classic Deegan.
Brian D.
We should.
Brian
You
Deegan,
should get
dude.
arrested.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
if you go
did you-
promote it down at Los Angeles, San
Media
Bernardino,
tactic. Look, they're all media tactic. I 100% agree that it was
you could be an OG war dog,
Have you-
man, setting the precedent of it.
brah.
Dude, bruh.
Have you
telling
ever
you.
heard of someone getting pulled over their first time and instantly going to jail for street racing?
He had a fake ID though.
Yeah. So I heard.
That's why he went to jail.
That's what I
'Cause it's
heard.
a felony. Yeah, it's
Because
a felony.
it doesn't on the write up on the fucking jail thing. It says street racing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they.
just scroll down though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Because it doesn't show it.
It's like
It doesn't show it because it's a screenshot and you can't find it.
Now I'm gonna be googling now.
Dude, have you just been bullshit at just like your entire life? Because nothing gets by you. I could feed you so much bullshit and you just see right through it.
Yeah, I see through the shit. When he got arrested in Louisiana for the, I don't know what that
Yep.
means.
Scotty Scheffler, he's a PGA championship.
Oh, yeah.
World's #1 golfer.
Yep. Arrested. Jumpsuit. Collar
Booked, orange
jumpsuit.
jumpsuit. Yep. Thank you,
Those must
Jazzy.
be
Yeah.
8
Thank
hours.
you for that.
Thank you, Jazzy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, anyways, back to it. Randy Eller, what do you think he's doing?
Randy Eller. I already said he's still trying to sell that Pro Light chassis.
Ooh, I got one. Jeff Kincaid.
Jeff Kincaid, he's working on Keegan's shit.
And I got back surgery, so he walks better now. Eric Rupel.
Eric Rupel, man, I don't even know. I didn't know him around long enough. Greg Adler, well, he sold out of 4-wheel parts.
Wow.
He doesn't do that no more.
I'm pretty sure he sold 4-wheel parts because Polaris owned it for a while now.
JD
And
Media.
I don't know if they sold it now. And it says he was doing donuts in a parking lot. Yeah, because that's freaking so illegal. It's
Display of
private
po-
property.
Display of power.
Yeah.
and
They
and
go to
the
jail for that.
business would have to press charges on him at that point.
They probably
Is
did.
that a target?
You guys are blowing shit out of your ass.
Dude, JD Media with a fucking name I have not heard in forever. Low key.
Jerry Welchel.
Underrated. One of the most underrated Pro 2 drivers.
Why do you think he was underrated? He was Monster sponsored, like up front all the time.
Was he actually Monster sponsored? Because
Yeah,
I
he
feel
was.
like he wasn't
No, he was.
as sponsored by Monster as some of those other guys were.
He was sponsored by Monster during Core,
You want to talk about
head to
an
toe, and then he was
underrated-
sponsored. Then he had that blue hood, white center, fucking yellow fendered fucking Pro 2. at
Ooh,
the
I
end.
like that.
Dude,
That is cool.
Welcher was a beast.
Hit me with these freaking facts, bro.
What's up
Did
with
you
the
think
Jerry
I was
Welchel
this,
hate?
No, that's not hate. I
was
just
gonna
told
say,
you all things about him.
Dude was a.
Did you think I
said
remembered this
underrated.
much? I don't think he was underrated. I think he was like a guy that was like a hero or a zero, and most of the time he spun out.
Okay.
You know,
I can wholeheartedly agree with that.
It's hard to have
Jared Brooks.
it's hard to have a rating when you actually didn't statistically put up any stats.
You stop.
Jerry
He
Welchel was really fast.
he was-
Don't get me wrong.
he was what, a
really
two-year
fast.
hero?
And he was fucking wild.
Dude,
yeah,
that's what I'm
maybe
saying,
a
man.
2-year hero.
Imagine if
but he could
Jerry
never put it
Welchel-
together.
Bob Brown.
What I'm saying is, imagine if he had.
Travis Coyne just spoke to him this year. 2024.
Bob Brand.
Owns a huge dealership, California. Does really good on the dealership side.
Bob
so
Brand.
that's what Travis Coyne.
I'm not even over Jerry Welchel yet. I'm saying
Robert
is
Naughton.
if he had. Oh, bro, you talk about Fig. Fig ain't doing shit. That's
Fig
what-
Naughton.
Dude, Fig Naughton ain't doing
don't know.
shit. I can confirm that.
What about Art Schmidt?
I saw Art Schmidt not too long ago,
You know, he's being a grandpa from what I hear.
but I don't know what he's doing anymore.
You know what, man? You
I
talk
can
about
tell
that,
you he
that
raced.
number, that number
he raced
8,
with the Nissan.
that number 8 Nissan.
Mitchell DeJong.
Hey,
Mitchell
do it in the Brad
DeJong
Deegan
races for a
voice.
factory iRacing team. He races all over. He won championships. He's been on a 24-hour team. He actually competed for the championship. Was in like a 5-person or
Oh,
3-person
I
shootout
got
just
one.
recently to actually go into GT3. The winner went into GT3, and he ended up second.
I got
believe.
one.
So
A one-hit wonder. Amanda Sorensen.
Mana Sorensen's still trying to be a drifter.
Fucking Christ.
I think she's about done with that. Sean Morris is probably still running his diesel program.
He
His
is.
diesel
Yep, he is.
He is.
He's still trying
business
to
in
sell the Pro
Colorado.
Light too.
currently
and his
upside down.
his Pro Light is converted to a Pro Spec and is made out of gold.
I got one. Corey Winner.
Corey Winner,
Whipped. That's where he's
Whipped.
at. That's what he's doing right
he's
now.
probably 7 miles up the road on the west side of the freeway, sitting in his ranch house.
Josh Hintz. Jesus Christ. We're
Josh
talking about
Hintz. Josh
names.
Hintz. I think they own a trucking company. I see him around here all the time.
Josh Hintz's number.
32.
Nope. Half of it.
Oh, 16.
Sir.
I
believe it was
thought,
16.
I
Quick
don't
math.
think so.
I believe.
math.
I think it was 18.
I believe Josh Hintz was 16.
No, it was 18.
Was it 18?
No, I
sure?
don't know. I don't know who you're
Chat,
talking about.
chat, what number was Josh Hintz?
I just couldn't think of a
I'm
number
pretty
that
sure it
looked
was
I would say
16
if
and
anybody
18.
knew, Matt Gerald would know what number Josh Hintz was. Sorry, Matt.
Ooh.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Ooh, okay. Well, we have it here. Then Sean Morris. That should be given.
What?
What number was Sean Morris?
22.
No.
No.
Oh, 21.
20,
52.
27. Yeah, 27. 27.
How you get
20.
How you get 27 out of that?
How
Dale-
the fuck you want me to say 7?
Rampudia. Well, Dale,
Oh, and Pody, Desert Racer, bro.
Dale
Yeah.
Chestnut. I don't know what Dale Chestnut.
Dale
Still going to
Chestnut.
still going to the
Wow.
races. Probably still looking at that blue truck with that yellow
You want
cage
to
on
talk
it.
about a fucking...
Oh, Scotty Taylor.
Ampudia, I just saw all the Ampudias at 16. 16.
fucking right, dog.
Matt Gerald says 16. Ampudia, I just saw their whole family. So two of the boys run the trophy truck. Rodrigo and one of the brothers both run a UTV as well. Scotty Taylor, I think, is running a machine shop to some extent and still big into airplanes and buying planes and building planes.
I used to hate Scotty Taylor.
I loved him.
Because he squirted you with the thing when you walked by?
No, because he was so fucking good.
I was just talking about him recently, how he's like a Pro 2 legend. Like,
guy-
I don't
Thank you.
know his stats,
I
but
loved
I'd
his
love to
middle.
know his
I
stats.
loved his middle of the car.
His center seat Pro 2.
Yes.
So Carson Wardemont, one of my friends, his dad built that truck.
Oh, dude, I love that.
That's a cool
Hey,
concept.
I got one.
Who
Evan
actually,
Evans.
Carson Wardemont, if you guys saw the Mint 400, debuted that new Kawasaki.
Oh yeah, that was
Carson.
badass.
And his dad was the one that built a good bit of Scotty Taylor's trucks.
Evan Evans.
Evan Evans,
Rolling around.
they see me rolling, they hate it. And trying to catch him
Why?
riding dirty.
Why?
No idea.
You know what?
I actually, so here's a good story for you. When I was on 65s, I was sponsored by Moose Motocross Gear. I signed a shirt, one of my jerseys, and I traded Evan Evans for a shirt signed or something. Probably 3 years ago now, he signed it and gave it back to me.
Really?
I have this
awesome.
jersey, this Moose jersey. It's about this wide and about yay tall, and it has both of our signatures on it.
Do you have his signed
What was that in English?
his signed apparel?
No.
That you guys swapped for? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
No, for surely not.
What
Surely
what
not.
number was Mitchell DeYoung?
24.
Was he 24?
Yep.
What about the French people?
Traxxas, right?
Yep. The Canadians?
Yes. The Canadian,
Which one?
The French Canadians.
They were like 86, fucking.
Yeah.
They were all kinds of
Oh
different.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
three of them.
Bob Brand. He hasn't answered my question.
What's Bob Brand doing?
Yeah.
Probably looking for Johnny Holcher.
Damn, bro, you almost made me piss my pants on that one, dude. I gotta pee.
You guys have made me piss my pants.
Just came out that smooth and easy. What? Everybody ran out of names?
I think we hit
Sheesh.
everyone.
I mean,
What do you
okay.
think you're going to be doing when you're all done, said and done with all this? It's like, oh, what is CJ going to be
What's
doing?
CJ gonna do next
Someone's going to
year?
do this segment.
20 years, yeah, 40 years from now.
Yep.
40 years from now.
What are you gonna be
Wow.
They're going to be like
Probably
CJ.
fishing.
Oh, Travis Dinsmore.
Wow. Okay, what number was Travis Dinsmore? I'm gonna go pee.
23.
Nope.
You're going to pee again?
Yeah,
16.
bro. We've been
No,
going
no, no.
for
Travis Dinsmore was.
Oh, 43.
yes,
Yeah.
43.
Yes, that was gonna be my
Travis
next
Dinsmore.
guess.
All right, well, let's just close it up.
Yeah,
Let's just finish
Close
it.
it out.
Yeah,
Close it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Close
Pull
it
it
out.
right back in.
All right.
My dad said we could offer our Starlink footage only through our YouTube page or our Facebook page for our social.
Like during the race, or has it got to be like after the race? You can offer it.
I don't know.
It would have to be
But-
during the race.
All right,
That's
guys.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
because it's live.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
Before we're done, we just want to thank you guys all for tuning in all season long, and we want to give you a couple stats. So this is like another 3 hours,
Oh,
right?
hey, don't forget the hat.
What?
Oh yeah, shit.
What are we
So
doing
you
with the hat? Here you go.
So
you do yours.
yeah, you do
then he'll
yours.
do
Okay.
his.
All right. Is there anything I'm not supposed to say?
No, you're good.
Okay. So prior to this episode right here, we had 10,588 listeners on between like Spotify, all your listening platforms. We had 6,151 viewers on YouTube, and we podcasted for over 34 hours. So throughout all that, I mean, almost 20,000 listeners throughout it all, over 30-some hours of podcasting. Thank you guys for being a part of it.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Steve, we will see you at Shoots. You leave now. Well, they have to pack everything up, so give us like a little bit of time. But you can text me. So
Thank you.
thank you guys for listening. I mean, it's been an incredible year. This is our first time this season going live down here in the Lakes construction zone for the off-season show. So thank you guys for coming out and being a part of it all year. And I really appreciate it. I think the boys here can say the same thing.
Yep.
We really enjoyed it. We enjoy taking it to different heights and bringing on different people. And I think we have some exciting things coming as we continue to grow it and just different directions we go. Obviously, being a short course kind of based place, we also really enjoy getting football players, other types of racing, kind of getting off the short course base.
Olympian gold medalist.
Olympian gold medalists, kind of a little bit of everything. So we're going to continue to go that direction. And obviously with race season coming, boys will be back with the Impulse show. We also have Tito time, kind of hit or miss going on right now.
He was busy last week, unfortunately, so
Okay.
unable to do it. But we will
Unable
have
to do
Tito
it.
time this week.
So we got Tito time. So definitely stay tuned to the Impulse Show channel. Always good things going. And I will see you guys in May at Wheatland, running all 3 classes. And JG, we just got his new race truck fired up today.
Nice.
So he will be
Nice.
in a brand new Pro 4. So we're excited for that. And at the end of it, just thank you guys. We couldn't do this. We honestly do it for you guys. We don't do it. We make nothing out of it. We truly do it because we love our fans and we love our people and we love giving you guys a place to listen and something to look forward to and kind of keeping the off-road in the racing in your blood and in your week-to-week, day-to-day basis. So we appreciate it, guys. And Tito's got one last thing to end us off.
Yeah, I just real quick, and then you can close us out here. But when we had Mr. Cooper here, we had Edrin Cooper. He signed a few things for us, and we plan on giving this stuff away. We have 3 Impulse hats signed by Edrin Cooper, and then we also have a beanie signed by Edrin Cooper. So we have 4 things signed by him that we plan on giving away from the time that Edrin was on throughout now. Every 10th buyer of our merch will receive this in their order. So if you are obviously buyer 10, 20, 30, 40 from that podcast on, you will get a signed Edrin Cooper hat or beanie in your order. So we won't announce it. The only way you'll know is if you get an additional little bit of merchandise in your stuff. So
Sweet. Well, we appreciate you guys for throwing it in. Make sure you continue to check out the Impulse Hub.
Yep.
Not Impulse Show. Impulse Hub dot store. Impulse Hub dot store for our merch. I think a lot of us here within the Impulse boys here got a lot of good ideas for different things that we want to drop. So we're going to continue to push the merch. Like you said, Coop was here and signed a bunch of stuff for us. So you guys will get some stuff. And that's it. That's a wrap for us. That's a wrap for the off-season show presented by the one and only Impulse Media boys right here. I love every one of them. I can't thank them enough for giving me the opportunity just on a limb to be like, let's do a podcast in the off-season. And really, it cost me nothing, and they provided this stuff. So thank you, guys, and we'll be back next year. So thank you, and we out.
Bye.
bye.